Hello? Hello, Crazy Spud. Let me know if you can hear me. Actually, let me, think we've got a couple more people joining. They're going to be a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hello, Train Boy. Just got a text from Vintage Renewed. He's going to be a little bit late tonight as well. But it is all good. Good night, Train Boy. Yeah, Crazy Spud. We get to custom name all kinds of stuff on PC. You can type in custom names for locomotives as well. Also, can anyone in chat let me know if my mic is working? I didn't have time to check. Hello, Chase's Railway Lions. Alright, I guess I'll get started loading this. Actually, hold on, let me check something. Sounds good, Gilded Rail. Let me know if you want to join the Discord call. We can make that happen. Testing, testing. Okay, my mic is working. Oh yeah, yeah. A good gaming laptop is great to have for this game. I'm running it on. Well, my laptop's a few years old. It's an Asus TUF F15. It's mostly been an okay machine, but the plastic, the actual casing of the laptop, kind of fell apart after a while, so I had to replace both halves of it. It was very strange. Definitely not a perfect machine, but for the price I paid, I can't really complain. And it does run the game pretty well. Excuse me. I have had a walloping cold for the past week. Still coughing a little bit, but not nearly as bad as it was. The pestilence. Yeah, I have the plague. I don't know what I have. This is like the 4th time I've gotten sick this winter. It's getting really old. I think I picked up something on the flight back from Florida. Oh yeah, Flying Yankee Productions. I know him. He's a nice guy. I've gone to a couple train shows with him and the Berkshire Main Line. And Train Street. Gilded Rail, let me check. Let me check Discord. Let's see. messages. I have one Discord friend request. Does your logo say Blue Ridge and Northeastern? Is that you? I haven't checked Discord all week, so I haven't really been keeping an eye on what's going on there. Yep, that's you. Okay, I'll accept it real quick. There we go. Okay. Alright, you should be on the server now. I can't see what your name is, it's just showing the letter M. Nice! I gotta play Railroader on stream one of these days. S-Scale! S-Scale is cool! I don't have really any experience with it. I have a box of old American Flyer stuff that somebody gave me that I haven't really done anything with. There's no working locomotive, so I can't run it. I'm on the fence about whether I want to hang on to it and buy a locomotive for it, or what I want to do, because I don't really have room for another layout. And if I did do another layout, it would probably be ON30 rather than S-Scale, because I want to model narrow gauge in one way or another. Yeah, one of these days we'll have to play Railroader. Yes, Chase's Railway Lines. The server is just called Red Oak Trains. Let's see. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think I can hear you.
Hey, awesome. Okay, welcome. Are you in the game?
Hang on, I'm just getting the game installed. I need to check and see if it's done.
Okay, all good.
Give me about less than 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, let me know when you're in, and I'll message you the password.
Wait.
Yeah, Crazy Spud, I'm only going to accept requests from people that I actually know.
Chase Railway Lines, we're not actually doing a server, we're doing a VC call for now.
Yeah.
There might be a server eventually.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to set up a server. I'm not 100% sure exactly how Discord works yet. The only thing I've ever used it for is these streams. Also, I've forgotten where I'm supposed to be taking this cordwood.
Jeez, we got so much bad sync between YouTube and Discord.
Oh yeah, YouTube is like a minute behind. I'm not sure how to fix that. That's, I don't think that's the game, that's OBS doing that.
Yeah. The cordwood is bound for the smelter. It's supposed to be used alongside iron ore to make iron rails and slabs.
Ah, excellent, okay. Now I just gotta remember how to get there. Because last time we built this whole long elaborate smelter line. Excuse me. Okay, so there's actually multiple. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just gonna mute the video side so it doesn't, like, interfere.
Yeah, we don't want an echo starting.
Yeah, especially since it's not syncing up. Alright, it should be less than 5 minutes on my side.
Once you're in the game, I think it should sync up okay. It's just the actual YouTube live stream is pretty far behind.
Yeah. So I heard that you've been having coughing issues.
Yeah, I've had a hell of a cold for the past week.
I know the feeling. I really know the feeling. I was visiting my grandpa in Denver last year, and I was feeling so bad. I thought it was allergies. Turns out I had a cold.
I flew down to Florida with my folks for my mom's birthday. She wanted to get away from the snow. And I think I must have picked something up on the flight back, because a couple days after we got back, I was just completely knocked out. I had a fever for like 3 days in a row.
Yeah, being sick is not fun. I mean, it's nice when you're a kid, when you don't want to go to school.
Yeah.
When you get older, you want to do stuff, and when you're sick, you can't do anything.
Yeah, it does really suck. I'm gonna have to start taking hand sanitizer with me everywhere. I already wear a mask most places I go, but I think I may need to get better quality masks. Steamline Gaming, yes, we actually have 2 Betsies on this map. I don't remember where one of them is. I know one of them is down at the smelter for reasons that will shortly become clear. Oh, you started the Betsy cult. Nice.
Be joining in momentarily.
Okay. I'm just on my way to the smelter. So if you want to meet me there.
Hopefully we can start earning some more money to acquire another engine. One specifically used for handling the logging operations.
Yeah.
That, or we'll start earning money to get some stake flats and make some money in delivering iron products.
That would be good. I keep forgetting I don't have any stake flats yet. If we do get another engine, I've kind of been eyeing up the Cook Mogul. I've used that a lot on previous maps and I really like it.
Yeah, the Cook Mogul is one of my personal favorites. It's a perfect all-around engine. Decent price, good power, and, of course, the real C&S number 9 did operate at a Georgetown loop for a little while.
It did. So I've seen videos of that. It was such a neat little engine. I'm not... What exactly happened with it? Because I've heard some people say the restoration was botched. I've heard some people say it was the railroad crews that ran it into the ground. All I know is it's out of service now.
There's a lot of reasons. Well, other than the engine returning back to its track that it used to run on back in the days of the Colorado and Southern, it was actually hauling trains that it was not designed to haul, from what I could see.
Okay.
I mean, most of the C&S passenger trains were like maybe a combine and 1 or 2 coaches at most, I think. I need to have a look. But I think because the Georgetown Loop is practically a tourist railroad, they have to have a lot of coaches behind number 9 to pull it. But considering those are made of steel, yeah, steep grade, steel cars, old mobile.
They just had it overloaded?
Not gonna work out. Possibly.
Okay. That is a shame because it was such a neat little engine.
And the fact that it returned back to its home rails, it's not very common to see.
Yeah, I mean, RGS 20 has only been back on any of the actual narrow gauge lines in the past month or so. After, what, 50 years?
Yeah. And that was just because it was, well, that was just because some people wanted to get that done.
Yeah, the heist charter. Which was really cool. I wish I could have made it out there for that. But that's the same week I was in Florida.
Is it the same password as the last time?
Yes it is.
Which is West Coast 12?
I'll message it to you. It's not that.
Right, thanks.
Alright, check Discord. I sent it to you on there.
Alright, loading up the game now.
Let's see, I think I'm on your line to the smelter.
Yeah, the scenic one.
Yeah. That's cool. I can't remember if I've run over this one yet or not.
So originally, I actually built a track down to the smelter, Colorado and Southern Georgetown loop style. Curves were so tight, I could barely get trains down there without them derailing.
Yeah, I usually try to stick to a 40-meter radius minimum, because I found most engines will go around that at like 20 miles an hour, and they're okay.
Yeah, but not to mention, if we're gonna get the Mason Bogey, aka the 10 mile, on our fleet, we need to be sure that it doesn't go around those super tight curves, because even though it's flexible, it doesn't go around very tight curves very well.
Yeah, I think the way the physics of the swiveling bogey are implemented in the game isn't terribly good.
Well, considering it was the first articulated engine to come into the game before the Uinta Railway Malaise.
Yeah. I would have hoped they'd... Okay, this is getting a little spicy. I would have hoped they'd improve it a bit, but... oops. Hold on. Did I lose a car? No, we're good. I just underestimated how steep that downhill was. Okay, we're fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start putting a caboose on the end of my train so I know immediately whether I've lost something.
True. Funny enough, for caboose, I often at times just use the South Park Way car as like a logging bobber caboose.
Yeah, that works.
Probably might just leave the regular bobber caboose and the Class 2 caboose if you have the DLC installed for our mainline freight trains.
I do have the DLC. I don't think I've looked at that new caboose yet. Once I get down to this...
We have... It's practically the only bobber caboose... I mean, the only bogey caboose we have in the game. At least for now.
I'll have to take a look at it. I haven't really looked through what all is in the DLC. I just bought it because it was on sale, and I figured I'd want it at some point.
Yeah. Not to mention, I'm a little bit laggy on my side, so... I need to be a little bit careful.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Railroads Online has always kind of had multiplayer lag issues.
Yeah.
I'm just passing the water tower here. I'm not sure exactly where I am.
Yeah. So, when we get the cash and the experience for the Cook Mogul, we need to choose either the coal-fired or the wood-fired variant.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I like the different paint schemes you can get on the coal-fired one, but I'm trying to stick to wood-fired engines so I don't have to build coal infrastructure.
Yeah.
I
mean, we don't have access to the coal mine yet.
No, we will eventually, but... for purely practical reasons, I'm thinking I might just get the wood Cook Mogul, even though I like the paint schemes better on the coal one. Or the other option would be to get the Cook 280, which I believe is also wood. I think it costs more, though.
The Cook Consolidation is actually the last steam engine in Railroads Online to be added that's a wood burner.
Yeah, I've been using one of those on my other save, and I do like it. But I also do like the Mogul. Anyway, we have to get something Cook, because I forget who suggested it, but we have to get some kind of Cook engine so we could name it the Cookie Monster, and then whatever engine we buy after that has to be named the Swedish Chef.
Yeah. Although, I was thinking about naming the Cook Mogul after the founder of the South Park line. It's a bit of a fitting tribute.
It is a fitting tribute, but I feel like that would be more fitting on a serious railroad. This one I'm kind of just leaning into the memes.
Yeah.
Maybe at some point I'll do a more serious save.
Yeah. I believe for the Cook Connie, there's actually one paint scheme that could work for Cookie Monster, which I believe is paint scheme number 2, which has like a Russian iron blue boiler jacket.
Right, that one. There's that same one on the coal Cookie Mogul, right?
On the coal-fired one.
Yeah.
The coal-fired Cook Mogul.
I do like that paint scheme. That's why I was considering the coal one, but I think I'm going to have to go with the wood just so that we don't have to put coaling towers everywhere.
Yeah. But once we get coal, we should be able to start operating coal-fired locomotives on our fleet.
Yeah, and then maybe we can get a second Mogul.
Yeah. Plus, the Cook Mogul is a little bit stronger than the... Well, not the Mogul, the Connie. It has about 2k more tractive effort than the Mogul is, so...
Okay.
We'll need that if we're going to haul a lot of amounts of iron products.
Do you happen to know how much more it costs?
A hopper?
No, the consolidation versus the Mogul.
Okay, hang on, let me see. So,
I'd check, but I don't want to get running away on a downhill again.
Yeah, so the Cook Moguls, both the wood-fired and the coal-fired, are about 4,300. Cook Connie is about nearly $5,000.
Okay. So it's basically an extra $700 for an extra 2,000 pounds of tractive effort.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Once we get there, it's going to take a little bit to save up that money. There you are. Alright, have you been down to the smelter since I built the weird hill situation?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, I was the one that built the other way up.
Right, yeah, I'm pretty sure I was working on this at the same time as you were building that line. But I've got the loop here, and then at the smelter itself, I have, like, the super steep hill that goes over the pile of iron ore.
Yeah, so you want me to get the other porter and help bank?
Yeah, if you want to grab the Betsy, I'll get lined up. Realistically, I should just relay that at a shallower grade, but again, this is a silly railroad, so I'm not going to do that. It's not right away.
Alright then. Let me just go grab it from the
Okay.
engine house.
I don't remember where it ended up.
Good, there's still some fuel in the firebox.
Yeah, I haven't played this game at all since the last stream. Alrighty, I am stuck on the uphill. I'm gonna need a push. Just realized I have not been checking the chat at all. Hey, Ricardo's here!
Sweet! We got another player on board.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to join the game. I don't think he's got Railroads Online installed, but he's in the chat. Let's see, what did I miss in the chat? Kit bashed 0-30 Pacific. That sounds cool.
Ooh, that does sound pretty nice.
Crazy Spud, yes, Red Dead is building a standard gauge Rio Grande Southern 20. We've actually been emailing back and forth about that. Good evening, Model Rail fan.
Standard gauge version of number 20? That would be a very interesting prototype.
Yeah, he's got one of those Bachmann HO 10-wheelers. And he's going to, like, detail it up as 20. Obviously, the proportions are a little different because it's standard gauge, but I think it should be a decent stand-in.
Yeah, possibly.
Crazy Spud, the name of the railroad is the Denver, Osier, and Antonito, which are all real locations in the Denver and Rio Grande, but I chose it because it spells DOA.
Dead on arrival.
Exactly.
Also, here I come to save the day!
Ah, excellent, thank you. Hello, Oregonian! Welcome. The grade here, I think, is 10%? I don't know, it's just whatever the steepest I could possibly lay. Alright, alright, let's move about 2 car lengths forward.
Alright, 2-car lengths forward. I think we might need to build a siding to store the steak flats for the iron deliveries eventually.
Yeah. Alright, that I think...
Alright.
Yeah, that's good.
Let me just get started unloading the cordwood.
I'm trying to
Wait,
unload,
I don't
but...
know. Oh, okay.
There we go.
There it goes. It's just a lag.
Yeah.
Lag!
Yeah,
The bane of all
some-
multiplayer games. Are you getting the cash?
Let's see. Yes, I think. I had like $700 and some dollars, now I have like 1,000. Oh, hold on, Oh, okay, we're good. Actually, let me take the regulator off here. And did we No, we didn't quite overshoot it. We got very close to overshooting it. I forgot I had my regulator wide open and no brakes on.
Okay. Well then, that's it. That's all the cordwood we can ship in until we start delivering iron ore.
Oh! That didn't even occur to me, but you're right. Yeah, we can't even fully empty this train.
Yeah, industries have a limited amount of capacity for products.
Okay.
But once all the products are brought in, they will start consuming them and start producing other products. So we'll probably might even start investing in some iron ore hoppers for now.
Shall we drop off this train here so we can finish unloading it when we have room?
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Might as well just leave it here for now. We'll also might have to move it out of the way so when we bring in the iron ore, it won't crash into that cordwood train.
I have an idea for that. What I'm going to do is move forward and slightly up the helix, go get past this switch, and then back it into the loop, and then I have a siding there that I built to store Betsy because I didn't realize that we already had a different siding to store Betsy.
Yeah.
So, what I'm thinking is we'll just extend that enough that we can stick the whole train in it.
That I can do right now.
Okay, cool. Hello, BD Vids. Yeah, Crazy Spot, I've used the Cook 280 on other saves, and I do really like it. It's a nice little engine. I'm not sure exactly what the prototype is. I think it might be a DSP&P 280.
It is.
It is? Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
South Park and Pacific Connie.
Yeah.
The Connies were used in freight, the Moguls were used in passenger service, and they were the ones that replaced the old Mason bogies.
Right.
Researched.
It's interesting.
One of the last narrow gauge Mason bogies was put on display, but it was so badly neglected that when World War II came in, they just scrapped it.
That's a shame. It would have been nice to at least have that on static display. At least there's that one standard gauge one, Torch Lake.
Yeah, which is pretty nice, considering that the sounds of the 10 Mile in the game are actually recorded from that locomotive. Bell and the Twiddle and all that.
That is cool. Be nice to have a Torch Lake and Railroader where it could actually be an accurate standard gauge one.
Oh, that would be nice. Not just a Torch Lake, but also a 266T model as well.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Use that on commuter trains.
Did they ever do those in standard gauge?
I believe that a couple of Mason bogies were built for standard gauge. Just they were more commonly used on narrow gauge because the articulation, the smaller size, and all that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Swedish Chef, yep, that's the plan. Whichever Cook engine we buy next is going to be named Cookie Monster, and then whatever we buy after that is going to be Swedish Chef. And then after that, we'll have to think of some more, unless we want to keep doing Muppet names.
Well, there is one particular engine we could probably name down the line once we get coal burners.
Ooh, you know what? What's the 280 saddle tank or side tank engine? The one that you can get in super bright green. That one should be Kermit.
Yeah, the Ruby Basin.
That's the one.
The most bizarre history out of all the engines in the game.
More than the Lima 280?
Yeah, there was actually hardly any documentation of this locomotive. All we know, it was built by Baldwin for the Deadwood Central, and then it just, well, was not documented afterwards. We don't know if it was abandoned or just sold for scrap when the Deadwood Central closed. But the fact that we got this unique 280T with outside frames is actually quite impressive. I always like seeing rare or unusual engines in train games.
Yeah, outside frame stuff is cool. I kind of wish that they'd done a later K27 or K28 with the Walschaerts valve gear. Although I realize it wouldn't really fit the era.
Yeah, I kind of also wish we had the Class 125 with a more square tender. I mean, the slope back is fine, but considering this engine later became the K27, it would have been nice to have like a square tender variant.
Would have been nice to have different eras of that. Alright, are we taking the Glenbrook back to
We might as well just take the Glenbrook back. I mean, the Glenbrook.
Yes, the Glenbrook.
Let's see.
062 Hawaiian tank engine. There is an 062 in the game. Actually, while we're stopped, let me take a look at it. I don't know if it's Hawaiian. I don't think so.
Oh.
Oh no, it's Uinta. It's a Uinta engine.
Yeah, the Uinta passenger tank engines.
Yeah, it's a neat little engine. I remember trying this on my other save, and it is so ridiculously overpowered for its size.
Well, it had to be like that in order to handle the single combination or coach of Baxter Pass.
I guess so.
7.5%. But
7.5%, that's nothing. I've got steeper grades than that at my smelter. We'll take a look at the Cook Moguls here, see what we're working with.
Well, yeah,
see, it's kind of too bad that we're
actually get one of these on the fleet.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I think there's lag in the chat too.
Hold on a moment. I need to take care of something for a quick second.
Okay, I'll look at locomotives for sale that we can't afford right now. I do really like the look of the Cole Cookie Mogul, and there's some cool paint schemes like the wood cab and the Russia iron's really nice. There are the cursed ones like the blue and the Christmas red and green. Okay, actually, funny story. This is a good time for that while we're waiting for Gilded Rail to get back. So, presumably everybody knows at this point that this red and green paint scheme is based on the early LGB G-scale Mogul. Because they were selling it like to basically be a Christmas train. But the blue one, this is not based on an LGB Mogul, and it is not, as contrary to popular belief, this is also not based on the Bachmann Wolf Mountain whatever Express train. That one was a blue Mogul similar to this, but it wasn't this paint scheme. No, I found out what this is based on. There is a drawing that was published in Model Railroader way back in the day of a DSP&P Mogul that looks exactly like this, with the blue and everything. Now, it's pretty obvious from the context of the drawing that the blue is supposed to represent gloss black, and the black is supposed to represent flat black, but I think the developers of this game looked at the drawing and took it literally and thought the blue stuff was actually supposed to be blue, because that's what this is. This matches that drawing perfectly if you take the blue literally. So, that's...
Alright,
that's my funny little anecdote. Did you miss the funny anecdote about the blue Mogul?
I heard. I did not know that the whole blue Mogul thing was just an illustration for all the black paint on the engine.
Yeah, because like I can't possibly imagine they painted a real engine like this. Because all the stuff that is blue on this would be gloss black normally on the real thing. So I'm fairly confident that they looked at that picture and just went, oh, it's blue, and didn't question it.
Well, there is a unique paint scheme for the Cook Mogul coal burner, which is known as the Lake Valley livery, which has like grime and rust and kind of looks very
This one?
old. Yeah, paint job number 7.
That is very cool. That would be cool to do. Hey, Red Dead, yes, thankfully I'm feeling better. I'm still coughing a little bit, but I'm past the worst of it.
So, how much money do you have in the bank right now?
About $1,100. I can't afford any locomotives right now.
1,100?
But you know what we might be able to afford is a couple of hoppers to run some iron ore.
Yeah. Well, there's also... We can actually use the money to either get the West Side Lumber Company side dump cars or the Tweetsy hoppers. Both of them can carry iron ore.
Let me take a
Although
look.
The dump car is only capable of 6.
So the West Side Lumber Company side dump cars are $300. And where does it say how much they hold?
You'll have to use the wiki.
Okay. Anyway, so that's those are $300. The Tweetsy hoppers are $850. And the EBT hoppers are
They can hold
$750.
about 10 units of iron ore.
Okay, what about the EBT ones? Those are slightly cheaper.
The EBT hopper, it can carry 10 coal, but only 8 iron ore.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, so 10. So the Tweetsy hopper carries 10 iron ore, and it costs $850.
So we would need about 8,500 for like a full 10-car train.
Right, and the side dump cars are $300, and they carry 6. So it seems like the side dump cars are a better deal.
60, we get 10 of them. Yeah, and plus they go pretty well with the porters too.
Yeah, I mean, right now, because we have so little money, I'm looking at basically just economizing as much as possible. So since the side dump cars are only, I guess, effectively $50 per iron ore capacity, whereas the Tweetsy hoppers are $85 per iron ore capacity, I don't see why we wouldn't just get a ton of side dump cars.
Yeah, I think that might be the best option for now.
Yeah,
We
okay.
can probably eventually use the money we earn to purchase the EBT hoppers later on.
Yeah.
Wait, not EBT, Tweetsy hoppers.
Right, yeah, the Tweetsy ones. So right now I can only afford 3 of these.
And I'm currently only at level 1 for some reason. I have not been able to get any experience or cash.
I think I think your level is like different for each save. So so like you'd have to work your way up to level 4 in this save in order to actually buy stuff. So unfortunately,
Yeah.
that's not going to be a whole lot of help. We do have some color choices though. There's the default sort of lime-ish green, which I don't love.
Yeah, there's green, there's black, rusty, red, and yellow, and back to
Yeah.
green.
I'm leaning toward either the rusty or the yellow.
Well, the yellow kind of looks good for like an MOW train. But the rusty variant also kind of works pretty well too.
Yeah,
Kind of like we bought the second or third hand.
exactly.
Like a defunct mining railroad.
Which we kind of are, so yeah, let's go with the rusty ones.
Alright, we'll buy 3 of these, and then we'll just head up to the mine and pick up some iron ore.
I'm not going to bother numbering these. Alright, I have purchased them. Where did they end up? I see one is behind... Oh, they're in the front of the engine. Okay.
One's in front of the 2 are in the front, 1... Well, now I just...
Yeah, I'm going to re-rail the other one while you're doing that. These are tiny.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they were used on the west side for, like, MOW work.
Yeah, that would make sense. But we are a little slapdash nowhere railroad, so we use what we can get. I wonder,
Exactly.
does the side dump function on these work?
Sadly, no.
Ah,
They
bummer.
don't.
That would look so cool.
I know.
Don't.
Considering mining railroads
Don't.
have used these in the past for carrying, like, gold and silver ore, and possibly coal as well, it wouldn't look too out of place hauling iron ore here, too. Alright then, onward to the iron mine!
which way. Okay, I think we're going up the helix.
Yeah, we are. So, how has your week been so far, Ramsey?
I've pretty much just been waiting to feel better.
Understandable. Currently in Florida right now, at least at the time of this episode's recording, on vacation for spring break. Getting some, getting a week off of real life.
Nice. Yeah, I am... Basically, got back from Florida, got sick immediately, and then in a few days, I'm flying out to California to see some other relatives. And then when I get back, my parents are staying there for another week, so I'm going to have their house to myself for a few days, so I'm going to take the opportunity to set up G-Scale track all over the downstairs and film a bunch of videos.
Oh, that would be fun.
I did that, the last time they were out of town, I did that. That's when I did the Airwire versus Blue Nami video. I had a really fun time filming that, and I realized I now have quite a few working G-Scale locomotives that I could do reviews on. So I'm thinking I'll set up a layout similar to that. I'll do reviews on, let's see, what do we got? There's the LGB, the big LGB White Pass Diesel, which was in that video. It had Airwire in it at the time. I have since swapped it over to Blue Nami because I decided I like Blue Nami better. So I can do that. I have one of those little LGB side rod Denver and Rio Grande diesel mechanicals.
You mean the Davenport?
Yes, the Davenport. I put Blue Nami in that as well, so we can do that one. I've got an old Penske LGB Mogul, which is kind of a jalopy that I'm fixing up. I've been working on it on and off for about a year. I bought it for an absolute steal on eBay, and when it arrived, I discovered why it was so cheap. Besides being completely beat to crap, it also reeked of cigarette smoke. So I took the whole thing apart, scrubbed it to within an inch of its life, put it back together. The smell's mostly gone. There's still a little bit. I may have to take it apart and scrub it a little bit more. But I put Blue Nami in that, and it runs pretty well. I had to replace the gears as well. But for being a complete pile of junk when I got it, I think it's cleaned up nicely.
Well, that's good to know.
And then I have a couple other engines too.
Myself, but I think the most latest one I have, well, in terms of adding to my collection, is an old American Flyer S-Gauge train that I got from like a train show a couple of years ago.
S-Gauge is cool. I do have...
it is cool, but it's quite rare to find these days.
I just realized I don't know which way we're supposed to be going here.
We're taking the track to the left.
Okay.
And somehow we're going the other direction.
Okay, yeah. I was looking at the map and didn't set the switch. Alright. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
fine.
yo, you know what?
Nothing to see here, folks.
I have a soundboard for
Nothing to see
this.
here.
I have a soundboard for this.
Hammond!
Hammond! I still haven't figured out how to make the soundboard sounds audible in the Discord chat.
Yeah. I was thinking about using one of the Hammond jokes for my video about the real-life locomotive prototypes that are seen in Railroader.
Yeah, there's so many opportunities. Like, there's so many Top Gear quotes that fit perfectly with railroad stuff. Chase's railway lines, yes, I have used the whistle and bell codes on MTH. I have a couple of MTH Protosound 2 engines. It is very useful. It's a little bit finicky, but once you sort of learn exactly how long to press the buttons for and stuff, you can operate like the remote couplers and stuff, which is cool. These tiny little side dump cards are hilarious. Like, the 3 of these are the same length as the locomotive intender.
Yeah, it's quite hilarious. But again, these were like used for MOW word on the
Yeah.
side, but
Eventually, we're probably going to end up with like 20 of these.
Yeah. Imagine Betsy just trying to handle all of these loads of iron ore from the mines down to the smelter.
Yeah. Well, what we could do,
That would be.
because we have 2 Betsies, we could put one on each end.
True. One
Make it-
engine pulls, the other pushes, and also it helps with the braking. That could work.
Yeah, make it like a double-ended modular iron ore train.
Yeah. So, I was thinking that we probably might use my track through Red Oak Canyon for the iron product trains because I think the Helix might be a bit too steep if we're going to have a long consist of
Yeah.
with iron rails and or slabs.
We could probably go down the Helix with these 3, but once we get up to like 10 of these or 20, we might have some issues unless we like very carefully modulate the brakes.
True. Unless we try doubling the hill.
Yeah, we could do that.
But we'll have to find a place to store the cars out of the way while we pick up the rest.
We can build another siding.
Fair enough, I suppose.
But honestly, I would say before we start building anything, let's try just running. Well, I guess we can't try now because we don't have enough cars, but we can just try running it down the Helix. Worst case, it derails, and we have some classic Railroads Online comedy, and we'll see. I think they've made the track physics a lot more forgiving than it used to be.
Yeah. Well, considering that the physics kind of went a little wonky that one episode when the switch at the iron mine was just breaking, but we found out it was being trolled.
Right, yes.
Also,
Yeah, that was
I'm
Peter.
not sure if we're going to be close enough to the chute because the tracks are a little bit far away from the iron ore.
Oh,
chute.
yeah, we may have to move them over a little bit. Let's try it.
We'll just see.
Boy, you can really see how much these things shimmy on their little 4 wheels going around the curves.
Yeah. I can probably guess that's the same thing that happened with the old Rio Grande narrow gauge cars.
Yeah.
Because they started off with just 2-axle freight and passenger stock at one time.
Alrighty. Let's
Alright.
see if this will load.
Let's
If it
get-
doesn't...
Let's see.
Yeah, I think that's going to be too far away.
Nope.
Alright.
Nope. Nope.
Well, luckily, now that we know it's not actually a track problem that was causing all of our issues last time, we can relay it closer.
Yeah, I can take care of that.
Okay.
I'm not so sure which section this part starts, so I'm just gonna start.
Sometimes if you look at it from just the right angle, you can see where the joint is. Actually, you know what? I can see where it is. I'll just delete. Oh, no, you got it. Okay. We're good. Yeah, and then we can just
lay the
scooch that
track
closer and
straight
then
under.
loop it around to meet up at the bridge.
I'll just lay it straight past the chutes, and then we'll just curve it. So make sure that it's at 40 degrees.
Alright, hold on. Vintage Renewed is ready to join. Let me get the Discord sorted out.
Alright.
Let's see. Let's see, how do you add somebody to an existing call? Ooh, hold on. Soundboard. Aha! I think I figured something out.
Nice.
I might have figured out... hold on. I don't know how to add sounds to this, though. This is just the default Discord sounds.
Yeah, those are the default sounds.
Alright, I think in order for Vintage Renewed to join us, we have to start a new call.
Right. We'll have to make a special call, or like a special group chat. I think that might be the best way
Okay.
to get that done.
Um,
Let me actually take care of that.
Okay, yeah, if you want to do that, because I don't know how to do that. I'll see what I can do about the soundboard.
Let me see. Let me see if I can try to make something. Because normally I'm able to make like a group. But I might need to like
Do I
add
have to
another
do it?
Player. I think you'll have to.
Okay.
Or oh, hang on. Click on add friends to DM and then just type the person's name in. You'll be able to make a group that way.
Okay, hold on. How do I... More option. I don't see that. Where is it? Oh wait, here we go. Vintage Renewed. Create group DM. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm in. Being Vintage Renewed.
Alrighty. Good night, BD Vids. Good night, Red Dead. Chase's Railway Lines, I still have the Back to the Future big hauler. I stole the Blue Nami decoder out of it to put in something else, but I still have the engine, so I'll do something with it. That big hauler has played many roles in various videos and will probably play many more. It's actually kind of a collection of parts from several different big haulers, but it's worked reasonably well. Okay. Thank you for fixing the track, and now we should be able to do this.
Alright, just back them up and start loading up. Now, be careful about these chutes. They will actually dispense a wide amount of ores if you're not careful.
Hello, Chessie.
Now,
Welcome to the
I
stream.
mentioned they're not really a fan of using these side dumps for carrying like the ores and coal because their small size means I can't practically like double the loading speed by having one car underneath both chutes.
Right.
But it's fine.
Probably just as well, because they fill up so fast.
True. True.
My dad's in the chat.
Alright, move forward and I'll start loading up the next car. You know, back in the day, the old Tweety hoppers would actually showcase the car being fully loaded with iron ore, with the particles and all that.
They don't do that anymore, they just do one chunk at a time.
Whenever a unit just drops, it just fills the car up a bit. Alright, move in one more car.
I wonder how much money we get for each of these car loads.
I believe you'll earn about $50 for delivering the iron ore, I think. I'm not so sure. I might need to check. I'll check once we finish loading this car.
Yeah, all good. Chassis system, yes, these are the little side dump hoppers. They were the cheapest option to carry iron ore, which is why we bought them.
Available for the time being. Alright, let me have a look at freight.
Okay, I'm gonna get moving back towards the smelter.
$50 per unit. So we got 150. Let's see. We're
$50 per unit. So actually, one carload of this is enough money to buy another one of these cars.
Yes. So we practically have like over $900 on this shipment.
Wow. They do look like a lawnmower trailer. Good night, Crazy Spud. So actually, the cargo is worth the same amount as the car itself. Do you want me to slow down so you can get on? Or actually, no, that's some... Is that Vintage Renewed getting on? I can't see who anybody is.
I just got on.
We're all John Railroadson. There we go.
Yeah.
The John Railroadson brothers.
Yeah. Yeah, the Railroadson brothers, John and John.
Is it just me, or do these cars look like those green side dumps that Bachmann makes for their big hauler line?
Yeah, these are the West Side Lumber Company dump cars.
They're probably the same prototype.
Rarely earn cash. But yeah, I think the side dump cars are based off of the West Side prototype, I think.
Yeah, these are just like the cheapest little rinky-dink hoppers we could get.
At least for now.
Yeah.
Unless, you probably don't have much experience, I see, so... Ramsey's probably the only one right now on this railroad that can afford these.
Hello, Anthony. Yes,
You're not ranked to buy them.
the real friends are the John Railroadsons we made along the way.
Yes. Oh.
Never a dull moment.
Okay, we're really, we're getting a little spicy down this hill. I'm gonna cut off the throttle.
Yeah.
So yeah, once we deliver these 3 loads, we'll be able to buy 3 more of these cars.
Yeah, and considering these are $900 for 3 cars, you'll probably be able to bring about $1,800 with a 6-car train.
Yeah.
So we got ourselves a pretty good way of earning some cash for now.
Yeah, there's good money in iron ore in this game.
Yeah, but our main target is practically serving the oil refinery.
Eventually.
Those oil barrels will bring us about $90. I mean, I'm sure that I know they say oil barrels, but I personally think they'd rather be named kerosene barrels because kerosene was a very popular type of fuel choice in the U.S. during this time.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
TFFC, yes, I have seen the new run of Athearn Consolidations. I have a couple from the previous run that are basically the exact same. I am going to do a review on those and the Moguls at some point soon. That's one of about a half dozen videos that I have in the planning stages, and that I have all the stuff for.
Weren't they doing Rio Grande 683 in this newest run?
Yes, they are, and it looks really nice. Hey, Sebastian's in the chat. Rex says hi. Tell Rex hi for me. Rex is a lizard, for those who aren't in on the loops. Oops!
Oh no! One of the hoppers derailed!
We've got our first derailment.
I
Yep.
need to check to see how close those Athearn consolidations are to the actual 683.
That's a fender bender.
Alright.
That's a
Back it up.
fender bender. Okay. Where did it end up?
Yep. That's a fender bender.
So, as far as 683 goes, the overall size is not too far off. The main difference is that the Athearn model is a straight boiler and 683 is a wagon top boiler.
Alright, Ramsey, you're good to
Okay.
go.
So, like, the overall look is not bad, but technically it's not quite right. Which is weird, because a lot of the standard gauge Rio Grande steam did have straight boilers. Alright, are we set to go?
Yeah, we're ready to roll.
Alright.
It would make for a decent stand-in.
Oh yeah, it would be a great stand-in. It'd be a better stand-in than it is for a lot of the other paint schemes they've got it in.
I know I have one right now for Virginia that they did as Virginia Truckee 29.
Yeah, which it's not the right boiler or the right valve gear or the right cab.
Yeah. Number 29 is a bit of a more modern-looking Connie.
It is. That's more like
Yeah.
the 1920s era. The Athearn model's more 1890s type of thing.
A Gilded Age Connie.
Yeah. Like, one of mine is backdated to, like, 1880s, and it looks... Oh, no! Not again!
No, tender! Oh
No!
That's a fender bender.
Ladies and gentlemen, and railroaders of all, we have our biggest fender bender so far on this railroad.
We'll get this mess cleared up.
How dare you, Hammond?
Hammond!
Dang it, Ramsey!
Hammond, you idiot! You reversed
Oh, dear. What is this game if not derailing simulator?
Well, it's also the lag and all that too.
It's the lag, it's the... I think the short cars are probably not helping, because they're not very stable.
No.
Yes, Anthony, Athearn is making new 280s, and they are making 683. It's not a super accurate 683, but they are making one. And it has the green boiler, at least.
Alright, let's see if we can get this recoupled up.
TFFC, I have seen at least one... I've seen pictures of at least one custom build where somebody did manage to add Walschaerts valve gear to it. It's definitely not terribly easy, but it is, I think, certainly possible. There's probably easier ways to achieve a small consolidation with Walschaerts, though. Yes, troublesome trucks! That's exactly what they are.
The troublesome trucks on our railroad.
You have caused confusion
But
and delay.
If they're called troublesome trucks in England, what would they be called in the U.S.?
Um,
Oh, right, foolish freight cars.
Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna have to start watching my speed going down that hill.
Yeah. Like I said, if Betsy was hauling like a 20-car train, its brakes would be squealing for days.
Yeah.
Its brakes wouldn't work.
Yeah, Betsy
No
doesn't
brakes.
even have air brakes.
It only has like just like a hand brake, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch you into the siding so we can start unloading the iron ore.
Alright, we've got a third player,
Sure,
I guess a
not
fourth
go
player
too
joining
fast
us
on the
momentarily.
Alright.
Quentin's Model Works will be joining us.
Water in my water bottle. Say hi, ready to go?
Alrighty. Now we get to find out if 3 tiny little cars of iron ore is heavier than 10 full-length... I'm running over somebody. Sorry about that. I'm running over a John Railroadson. And stop. And stop. Please stop. It's not stopping. It's okay. They're probably still over the pile enough that we can unload them where they are. Okay, one sec. Let me. Alright, we're just getting the Discord stuff sorted out for Quentin. I Should make sure I'm actually getting the money from these.
We might need to back up slightly.
I was trying to back up slightly, but I couldn't. The hill's too steep. But let's see if we can do it now that 2 of the cars are empty. There we go. And it's unloading on the wrong side. Because Railroad's online, I guess. Alrighty.
Oh, we have all 3 unloaded.
Alright, I think Quentin should be in the live chat now. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello, good sir.
Hello! Welcome!
We're not going to discuss how I switched off the beta branch and it made me do a massive update to this game.
Uh-oh! I didn't even realize there still was a beta branch.
I don't know if there still is. It's just the last thing that I had logged into, and so it still thought I was on the beta branch.
Well, that's always fun. I don't know if you saw our last 2 derailments.
No, we just got home and kids are eating dinner and dogs are eating dinner, and we were getting everything organized, so.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going to run back to the iron ore mine and get another load. Are you in the game yet?
I'm just now logging in.
Okay, we're at the smelter right now.
Cool. Yeah, we just finished delivering our first load of iron ore, and in turn, making our first iron products.
Yes.
Got 18 rails, and about 9 iron, well, raw iron, but I like to call these iron slabs.
So now the
Very
question
nice.
is, A, are we going to buy 3 more of these little tiny side dump cars? And B, if so, are we going to do it now, or are we going to wait and do it when we get to the mine? I guess there's no point hauling a bunch of empties up the hill.
Yeah, I think it might be best to buy some more when we get to the mine, so we can quickly get them loaded up.
Okay.
Can you chat me the password to the server?
Yes.
Please and thank you.
Alright, should come through on Facebook.
Thank you.
I'm going to start heading back toward the iron ore mine.
Alright, you all are going to have to bear with me. As Michael will attest, he and I played on some very early versions of this game. I haven't played since, so I'm going to be a little bit lost for a few minutes.
Okay. I mean, realistically, it hasn't been updated in over a year, so it's probably not that different.
Okay, that makes me feel slightly easier. The loading screen is much more pleasant.
Yeah, they've spruced up some of the menu stuff.
I'm gonna try and fix up this loading ramp so that we can actually stop on it.
No, not my art piece! It's okay, go ahead and do what you want to do. Actually, that reminds me, I'm going to go ahead and save the game. Because I keep forgetting to do that, and at some point we will probably crash the game.
Yeah. But now this is a big if for those who are wondering. The devs are starting to work on another update for the game. Last time they spoke about it, they said they were working on the game's code. So I think they're trying to like fine-tune it and polish it.
That would be great, it definitely needs it still.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Railroads Online is a good game, but it can be a little bit hard at times.
It has potential. I feel like it feels like kind of a rough cut of what it could be.
combining the aspects of wild western railroading with equipment from the early 20th century, all wrapped into one. And
Yeah.
it's 3-foot narrow gauge. How often do you have train games that have 3-foot gauge equipment? That's not DLC.
Yeah, pretty much this and eventually Century of Steam.
Yeah, I already actually made logos for my railroads in Century of Steam for the 4 maps that we have seen so far, which is Ponderosa, Keystone, San Juan, and Reno.
Right, yeah. I'm looking forward so much to Century of Steam, but I'm trying not to get too excited because I know it is probably going to be at least another year before they actually come out with it.
Well, one of the devs said that 2026 might be a stretch for the game's release.
Yeah, what I've heard through the grapevine was late 2027.
True.
I don't remember who told me that, but it seems as plausible as any other release date.
And when you mentioned Railroader, I am actually inclined to actually join you on a Railroader save and start our own little adventure in North Carolina.
Yeah, we could do that. I haven't played Railroader as much as I've played Railroads Online. I do have a tendency to like derail and break stuff a lot in Railroader just because I'm not used to it, and also just because I tend to run everything like it's Railroads Online. So
Yeah.
that is that.
I can attest to that fact.
Yes, I was gonna say.
Considering that I played Railroader for so long, I have like, I think I need to check my statistics for Railroads Online. I played about 5,370 hours.
Yeah, I don't think I have that much even on Railroads Online. Actually, let me check how much I've got. Yeah, I'm not even close. I have less than 300 hours on Railroads Online, and I've played that a lot more than Railroader. I have 56 hours on Railroader.
Yeah, 5,000 hours on Railroader compared to the likes of 1,750 hours for Railroad Online.
I don't think I have that much on any game, honestly. The game that I've played by far the most of any of them is BeamNG Drive, and I have a little under 600 hours on that. I just don't game that much, honestly.
And that's fine. Your channel focuses solely on the modeling hobby.
Yeah.
Well, mostly your model training.
Yeah, gaming is like a secondary of a secondary hobby for me.
That is totally fine. And yeah, considering that I myself published a guide about all locomotives in Railroader and their real-life basis, you can probably expect me to help you out on some of the engines in the game if you need to know which one is like what engine based on real life.
Yeah, the only one I'm familiar with a couple of them. I know that one of them is Sierra number 3. I know the larger of the two Moguls is based on a Green Band Western prototype, the same as the Bachmann one.
Yeah, the Class R.
Yeah, I don't.
Of course, the Class 371
That's-
10-wheeler,
that's-
aka the engine that Casey Jones drove on his final run.
Right, I forgot that was in Railroader. Yeah, the Casey Jones engine's in there. There's another 10-wheeler too. I think it's a Southern Railway prototype, I want to say.
Yeah, it's a Southern Railway F1 class.
Okay. And then the Little Mogul is, I want to say Tonopah and Tidewater.
Yes,
it is.
Tonopah and Tidewater number 4.
Right, yeah, and that's like that and the Sierra number 3 are like the basic starter engines.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them,
What number 3 is based on is actually canonically the oldest locomotive prototype in Railroader.
unless you get into mods, because there's a really cool mod for the Virginia and Truckee Reno.
Yeah, if you add that, then it becomes the oldest engine since it was built in 1872.
I've got some fun photos and books on the Tonopah and Tidewater and how their first couple engines were in that tiny little engine. I've got it shoving some ore cars up a ridiculous grade. It's hilarious.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I live in southern Nevada, and I grew up in northern Nevada. So the V&T and now the Las Vegas Tonopah, as well as the Tonopah Tidewater, are the railroads that I actually model and do a bunch of research on. So I found a bunch of photos, and then I've got several of the collection books, as well as some one-off like scripts and stuff like not scripts. I'm sorry, photos and things that I found throughout the years. And I've got some good pictures of it, some good side shots, as well as like some of the photos in the books are, because they're compressed to fit in the pages. I've got some that are a little uncompressed, and you can get a little bit more depth of field on some of the details of it and stuff.
That's super cool.
Yeah. That is pretty rad, man. Anyway, now that we're here at the Iron Mine, we might as well buy more of the side dump cars.
Yep. Alrighty.
Purchase second or third hand from some backwoods mining railroad up in Alaska.
Yep.
Since I just joined, and obviously this is an ongoing operation, are the funds still shared, or is it independent funds?
I think they're
Shared
independent.
upon the employer.
I don't know how to
Okay, 'cause-
make them shared.
Okay, because
If
I've got
you-
2,000, so I was like, if somebody wants to, if I need to get something, you can let me know, and I'll just purchase it. That way, you guys have it.
I would ask you to buy some side dump cars, but you have to be level 4.
Ooh, that I am not.
Yeah, you'll have to be at level 3 in order to buy them. I mean, I would buy them myself since I have like a fresh $2,000, but
Since I'm not at high rank, I can't buy them myself.
I really wish that this game had, like SnowRunner, where you could sell stuff for the same as you bought it for.
yeah, I wish that was the case.
Because then we could just...
Wouldn't it be kind of nice if they just reused the old spawn track area, you know, where equipment used to spawn in the olden days of the game?
Right, yeah.
I wish that could be made into more of a selling track, like it gets picked up by a standard gauge train and taken away somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be awesome.
A transfer dock.
Yeah, basically an interchange.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get these cars
Okay.
loaded up with iron and get them down to the smelter. Because I believe once we start delivering more iron ore, we'll eventually be able to start delivering more, well, you know, we'll be able to deliver more cordwood. Because there's some room for more cordwood now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think one more load of iron ore, and then we could probably empty the rest of that cordwood train.
Right. Oh, I forgot to mention, you can also just press the spacebar to quickly load and unload the cars at the mine, too.
Does that work here?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It
Hold
also
on.
works well.
Well, look at that!
Oh, that's
Yeah,
handy.
but you'll
Boy,
have
I
to be
wish we had that.
very, very careful on where your train stops, because sometimes when you press the spacebar, it will automatically open the wrong chute. Or even both of them at the same time.
Weird.
Yeah. Ugh, this lag is killing me. It's just making me jitter around like I'm high on sugar.
But I can live with it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with Railroads Online, the lag and the jittering is just kind of part of the experience.
It's part of the charm.
Yeah.
True. Considering I haven't done much Railroads Online in multiplayer, I've always done it more in single player.
Yeah, me too. Good night, Jesse System.
See, I got to the point where I definitely was like, yes, I've gotten all the way through all of the major industries. Let's see what I can make roller coaster wise. And then I just kind of went off the deep end there.
See, I kind of start out
Guys,
roller
in the
coaster
chat,
wise.
If you're ever interested in asking me a couple of questions, feel free to do so. I don't mind answering a couple of them for you.
I appreciate it.
The particle effects for the iron ore pouring, it like most of it's going over the edge onto the ground.
Yeah, I think in the previous games, well, the previous versions of the game, there was like a little pile right underneath where the chutes are to showcase where the track should be placed in order for the cars to be loaded.
That would make sense.
I
Hey,
remember that at
Jesse,
the
thanks
core
for sharing the stream.
Yes, thanks for sharing the stream, Jesse. I don't know how many viewers
And
we've
also,
got, but hopefully...
There is a mod currently in development for a USRA Mikado for Railroader.
Ooh, that would be fun. We don't really have much in the way of a proper Mikado in there. I mean, we've got the little
Yeah,
logging
the only
ones.
one
Those
we
are cool,
have
but...
is the Industrial Mikado, which is AKA McCloud River number 19.
Right, which is cool.
Number 19, AKA Shack's Train.
Exactly. But it would be nice to have like a full-size Mikado.
Yeah.
There's a UP Mikado on display where I live. And God, that would be a fun one to have in Railroader.
Yeah. Question is, what kind of tender does it have? Does it have like the oil burning Vanderbilt tender?
It's coal burning Vanderbilt.
Oh, well, that could work. I mean, there is a mod of Texas State Railroad number 30 that has a coal burning variant, along with just the as-is number 400.
Look up Union Pacific 2295.
Hang on, 2295. Wasn't that one Mikado from that one documentary, Last of the Giants?
Yes, it was.
Oh, I love it when stuff turns up in Last of the Giants.
I know, Last of the Giants. It is phenomenal.
It is an absolute classic. I could probably quote that in my sleep.
So, fun fact, and if I need to provide photo proof, I will dig it out and get it. I happened to do some handiwork for Model Railroad down here where I live, and his father was a fireman and an engineer during the steam era of Union Pacific. He drove one of the engines in one of the shots. They gave him an original 9mm reel, so I have an actual 9mm original shot reel of The Last of the Giants.
Oh, that is awesome. Have you thought about doing like a super high quality digitizing of it?
So nice to see.
Uh-oh.
I talked with somebody, and
Really?
I was on a YouTube comment, and he was saying that he could do, well, that wasn't me. Although I was
I
still
feel
standing in the tender when it was derailed.
I feel like these little short cars are really temperamental.
Yeah,
Little bit.
they are. They're not like capable of handling long trains. I think once we earn enough money to acquire the EBT hoppers, we could probably use them instead.
Yeah.
Which, funny enough, that's what the Tweetsy used to actually haul in the beginning, iron ore. Well, more or less delivering iron ore to a smelter that was in Cranberry, North Carolina, then later delivering the iron ore to a new smelter
Uh-oh.
up in Johnson City.
Did I didn't just delete one, did I? Oh no, we're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to find the control scheme, and I am lost as heck. How in the heck did you guys just re-rail that? Because this is not the same.
All right.
Remember.
Press and hold C and then move the mouse around to select things from the radial menu. It's a little finicky, but the bottom one is re-rail.
Ah, got it. It's not C for me. It's center click, which is weird.
Oh, that is weird.
That's the one I normally use on my end.
There must be like mouse versus mouse and keyboard, like different control mappings. All right, do you want to back up the engine and we'll get this?
I love how jank the couplers still get after a derailment. That's
Whoa!
Not in the pocket anymore.
That's like, is that on purpose?
That's funny. And magically fixed.
That is wacky.
All right.
All right.
Ready to roll, gentlemen?
Yeah, I'm just
I'm
struggling to
checking
get
the
on the
brakes,
train.
making sure nothing got accidentally applied. Oh, and you magically jump up now, which is weird. That's throwing me off.
Yeah, we can stand on top of the load now instead of swimming in it.
Oh, but
just
that was
remember-
the fun part.
That was the fun
Accurate
part.
simulation of
All right.
narrow gauge railroading in Midwest America.
I'm gonna be honest, the Glenbrook is actually a really nice mogul.
It is. Like, both in-game and in real life.
Yeah. And funny enough, both Glenbrook and the Tahoe, the same moguls that worked were their original owners when they were first built, they actually both survived. Although number 5 is a bit of a more modern style look.
Yeah, which is actually really
Black,
cool, I think, because
dynamo,
it's like
light.
seeing the same engine at 2 different stages of its life.
Yes. The Glenbrook representing the Wild Western era when it was first built with the diamond stack and wood load, and the Tahoe representing the later steam era with a fuel load and a cap stack.
Yep.
I mean, it's not going to happen, but what I would really love to see is I'd really love to see, like, if you combined both of them.
Like, kind of a halfway point?
So, like, imagine having the paint scheme of the Glenbrook, but with the oil tender, the electric headlight, and so on of the Tahoe.
That could be interesting.
That would be that would make them Tahoe. That would make that mogul look very, very much like a passenger engine.
I would love to see that.
Well,
Because then you still have the usefulness of oil burning and all the modern features, but you still have the look of the 1800s.
that would be
I
kind of
suppose.
ideal.
It'd kind of give it that 1930s Western film style, where it's like the engines were definitely oil-fired, but boy, they were
Yeah.
they really had some wood on top of those oil bunkers, huh?
They were kind
Yeah,
of,
the
like,
big
backdated.
wood load.
Yeah,
I
backdated.
like how
that's
number
the word.
3 did during its time on the TV show Casey Jones.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
just put a fake wood load on top of the tender when it was still being powered with oil. And
They
it
did that for a
seems
lot of stuff with number
involved
3.
Firemen throwing wood from the tender into the firebox was just done in the studio.
Yeah, they did that on Petticoat Junction, too. And in the
That's what I
studio...
was thinking of. I think Petticoat Junction. Yeah.
Not just firewood, but railroad ties.
Right, yeah, I remember they had a whole running gag about using railroad ties as fuel.
And those darn railroad ties!
Because that's what you want to burn is creosote.
Yeah.
It smells so good.
And they're, like,
Yeah,
taking them out of the
it
actively
is.
used
I
track.
think it's toxic, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's very toxic.
Yeah. I mean, it's good for treating ties to prevent them from, like, rotting away from weather and maybe also being attacked by termites, but it can really wreak havoc on a human if it's not handled properly.
Yeah, you know those old commercials are, you know, if your loved one has ever been affected, that's where those comes from. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the same thing with asbestos when they found out that it was cancerous.
Well, yeah, I mean, how else are you going to keep warm? That's how you keep the boilers warm. Asbestos lagging. That's how it works.
We actually paid a significant amount of money last year to have a bunch of asbestos floor tiles removed from the basement.
Oh, those are the worst too.
Yeah.
I used to do flooring, so whenever we'd run into those, it's a nightmare.
Yeah. I don't remember how much it cost, but it was several thousand.
Oh yeah.
Because we're trying to build, like, a
Want
workshop down
vitamin
there.
A? You mean you don't want vitamin A?
No, we're building a workshop down there. We're going to have various tools, and we're going to have a G-scale shelf layout around the walls. It's going to be a fun space down there, but we needed a floor that we could actually walk on without worrying about releasing toxic dust.
Fair enough, I suppose.
I mean, but that kind of makes it part of the fun, right? Because then it's like you're running trains and you get more, more into the spirit of it. If there's some toxicity and some danger to it, then it's a little more realistic.
Well, we can always like put something horrendous in the smoke units.
Oh yeah, let's
True.
not do that.
No. Well, that's also the same reason why a GG1 can't be operated in the present day. I mean, it's possible, but the engine itself has so many dangerous and also deadly chemicals and compounds in the locomotive itself, which was considered okay back in the day. You would have to, like, gut the whole engine in order to get all that removed.
It would be cool to see somebody basically gut a GG1 and put full, like, modern internals in it. Also, I just saw that Peter is now playing Railroads Online, so be prepared to get pranked.
Oh god.
Oh no, we got a troller in town.
We're ready for him this time, though. You know what? We've already derailed like 3 times. He can't sabotage us if we sabotage ourselves.
True. So when you were going through the whole Switch thing, the song "You Got Trolled, You've Been Trolled, Guess You're Probably Been Bit" was playing in my mind when that was happening. I didn't realize it until after the whole shebang when he showed himself was the one that did the Switch, and when that song finally came into my mind. All right. Here we are at the at the smelter, ready to unload our iron ore.
On the new and
Too
improved
much. I apologize.
bridge.
So this is the way that I did it, and I got called a cheater by one of my friends for doing it this way. And I was like, this isn't cheating. If the game allows me to do it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean?
It's not cheating, it's creativity. And I just fell off the bridge.
It's imagination.
Look at all that money.
Imagination.
Thank you.
Dang, we've got $2,000.
For the comment.
So I definitely only have the 2,000, so mine is definitely not shared with you guys. So let me know if I need, if there is anything I can purchase, I can purchase it.
I mean, let me see
I
what...
can't get those cars specifically.
Let me see if there's anything you can get on level 1.
Glenbook's rolling back. Oh, nope, somebody put the brake on.
Yeah, I got the brake on. I think you can only afford, in terms of rolling stock, is the Greg Sugar Cane 2-axle stock, the skeleton log flat, and the regular in-game vanilla flat.
We need any additional of those, or are y'all good?
Those aren't terribly useful.
We'll definitely need the 29-foot flat cars once we start delivering steel pipe from the
Ooh! You know what you can buy?
The ironworks.
Oh, never mind, actually, that's level 2.
Although I eventually want to actually get some skeleton log cars just to work solely on the logging line. So we can free up the other flats for carrying the pipes.
Yeah, because I can get us. The 29-footers are the last thing I can get, and then I can get the skeleton.
Yeah,
logs.
those are only capable of carrying just logs.
Yeah. Did they ever fix those? Those had some problems when they were first being released.
But what was the problem with those? I don't think I ever saw them.
So what would happen is essentially like the couplers would couple, but then it was like there was like this weird mesh area. I don't know a lot about game development, but the best way I can describe it is the couplers were like hard and the bodies were hard, but then the actual coupler shafts weren't, and so it would just like morph itself in, and then it would become one entity instead of two, and it would just throw itself off the rails. It happened constantly with me.
I don't think I ever experienced that problem. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I had it happen a few times. Me and a buddy were trying to get something figured out, and it just kept happening. We were like, why? And then we realized we had to space them out, and so we would do a skeleton and then a standard flat and then a skeleton and a standard flat. which made loading and unloading a nightmare, but it worked. So
Well, since we're here already, I think we'll probably just leave the dump cars on this track for now and just get started on unloading the rest of the cordwood.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Honestly, what I'm inclined to do is stick the dump cars in the siding where the cordwood is now.
We could probably do that.
And then take the cordwood cars back with us wherever we end up going next.
Yeah.
Boy, the lag's starting to get...
How much did we...
We've got about $2,000 now.
$2,000. Well, that should be enough to purchase some more That might give us some money to purchase some of those Tweetsy hoppers, because
We could get like 2 of
three of
them.
them can. Yeah, 2 of them, 20. Let's see, that's about 9. Yeah, that would
What?
just be enough for covering 2 of the side dump cars.
Wait.
whoever painted these flats, the fawn yellow, I approve. As a early VNT nerd, I approve.
I don't remember if it might have been me.
Ramsey. That was Red Oak. He was the one who put this color too.
I am also an early VNT nerd.
Remind me, I've got to send you some pictures. I figured out a way to build these things on a relatively cheap budget for
Oh,
HO
nice.
scale. At least a pretty close approximation. So
Okay, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. 3, 2, 1, and good hit.
I think the lag's
Okay.
affecting me on my end a bit as well. It seems like the more players we have, the more
mine
lags.
And it's a little bit. My end might be different from your end.
what just happened? Oh my goodness! I was doing. It was funny because you guys were talking about lag, and I was like, I don't see any lag, and then all of the cars bunched up and went back to their regular places, and I went, never mind. I found the lag.
I just saw
Boys,
whoever's standing
I
on the
found-
last car
Yeah.
hover in mid-jump for like 4 seconds.
Oh boy!
Oh.
You backing these around the corner to drop the other ones in that siding?
Yep.
Yeah, just we'll just drop off the cordwood, and then we'll just shove the dump cars into the siding, and just. I think we're gonna take these bulkheads back up to the logging camp for now.
Yeah, we can build a siding and leave them there.
Yeah,
Okay,
there
click.
is that small yard that I built in the previous episode that I was on. We could probably just store them there.
Yeah, that works.
So
We'll just-
I. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
stop,
no,
stop,
oh.
stop! Oh no!
We've got 2
What
separate
happened?
derailments happening at different points in the train.
Oh,
is
That's
going
a
on
fender
right now?
bender.
Oh my goodness! I just tried to walk forward, and the game said no.
oh,
Hammond, you idiot! You reversed into the sports lorry!
oh, okay.
Alright.
Just try this again.
Clarkson!
To re-rail all this
You
wrong
have
stuff. We
caused
just have to
confusion
get,
and delay.
Some of these cars out of the switch. It's kind of.
James,
What?
your train's on fire.
Let me
Is
get
it?
the
Yes,
cab
it
of
is.
the Glen
Right.
broke and just move them out of the way.
Sorry, I'm over here just playing random Top
Oh
Gear
wait,
sound.
you're in the cab. Never mind.
wait! I must have missed that from the first stream. It's called the Glen Broke.
Oh yeah, did you not see that?
Ramsey spent a lot of his own money on purchasing it.
Yeah, I spent at the time almost all the money in the game that I had. I had like $4 left, so I called it the Glen Broke.
That's amazing.
It is. It's the evil twin of the Glen Brook.
Yes.
I think it got to the point, instead of like trying to come up with like actual train names, that I just started naming them like generic names. So I had like John, Jim, Bob,
Yeah.
Larry, things like that. Like it was, people were like, "Oh, what engine do you want me to take? Do you want to take the Tweety?" It's not called the Tweety. That's Bob. Like
Yeah.
what? It was very fun.
On my other save, I have most of them named after Star Trek ships.
Okay, well I approve of that. Would be awesome.
That
Like
would
my
be fun.
my Tweetsy's named Excelsior.
There
A
you
couple
go.
of my engines on my normal railroads online save, the Pine Valley and Northern, most of them are named after characters in my railroad's lore. Although I have one locomotive named after my late grandmother and one named after my late godmother.
There you go.
Alright. Those should be back on the rails. Let's just get them recoupled up.
I feel like having these really short cars at the front of the train is asking for trouble.
I know.
Dunk.
Well, that's the reason why some iron ore trains back in the day had these idler cars between the locomotive and the first set of iron ore hoppers, because last thing they want is a heavy amount of iron ore hoppers on a weak bridge.
Yeah, also, I literally... Wait. Can I think... I'm moving it, like,
Oh, hold on.
just barely.
The last car didn't have its brakes off.
Oh, that'll do it. Wow, is
Alright.
this actually wheel slipping, or is it just lag? I think it's just lag.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not wheel slipping for me, so.
It looks like I'm wheel slipping a little bit on my end.
It kind of does look like that on my end, too. The mighty mogul is trying to push a heavy
Yeah.
consist up a bridge.
Alright, so what let's
I can
do...
always run and grab the porter and double head.
Yeah,
It'll be all
let's stop here, put brakes on a couple of these flat cars, and then we'll uncouple the side dump cars and stick them in that siding.
I would love to do brakes if the game would let me move. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Got it. Brakes are on.
Excuse me. We may simply have too many people in the stream at this point. That's an unfortunate...
Isn't there only five in this server right now?
Yeah,
Or
I
did
think
we not uncouple?
5... Yeah, we didn't uncouple.
We have only 4 out of the. We have only 4 right now.
That may still be too many. Oh well, we'll make it work. Or we won't.
Yeah. Considering I'm only planning to be on here every other Tuesday, so I might actually join the next one next week.
I'm actually not sure I'm going to be able to do one next week, because I think I'm going to be in California. So we may have to skip a week again. At this point, I might as well just do these every month with how many I'm having to skip.
That's fair.
Do me a favor, Michael. Once we're off stream at some point, message me about your trip to California.
Okay.
Because I'm not far from California. If you wanted to come visit.
I'm only going to be there for like 3 days.
Oh well,
Um,
it depends on where. Well, yeah, we'll chat. That'll
Yeah,
be
I'm going to be in the like the LA area.
That'll be cool. Okay, gotcha. I gotcha.
Yeah, I would love to come visit at some point, but I may not have time on this particular trip.
Well, one of these days, because I've got the G scale in the track is down in the front yard. It's not fully finished and connected, but I've got the G scale track down. So
Nice.
yeah.
Also, Ramsey, how much would you charge if I needed a locomotive, like, given decals on the tender and maybe a bit of a paint job, like white walls on the wheels and on the running board?
I am not very good with decals. I will say that straight out. Mostly for commissions I do like DCC and sound, like electrical stuff. I could do white walls, honestly. That by itself is probably not worth charging anything for. But, I mean, if you're going to get somebody else to do the decals, you might as well get them to do the white walls too.
White
Alright.
walls aren't tricky.
I was just asking
Michael's
because
got a great
I
way
want
for it.
to get my Bachmann DCC 440 American from my Cedar Falls and Northern Railroad to give it a bit of a upgrade in the looks department.
Do
Yeah.
you already have the decals planned out, or are you looking for somebody to help create the decals?
Well, I already have, like, the logo in mind to be used as a decal.
But you still need to have them like printed.
I just need, like, help getting it printed out and then applied.
That's the tricky part.
Do me do me a favor. Just friend me on Discord or add me as a friend on Discord, and I can send you some photos of a couple of commissions I've done. I can print out and apply custom decals.
Ah, cool.
Yep, got
I'll
it.
send you a friend request when we're done with the stream.
Sounds good.
All right, we should be good to go to push the bulkheads back onto the unloading track.
I'm trying, but I can't, so I'm gonna have to go get Betsy.
Hold on, I think the brakes might be on one of these cars. Yeah,
It's on a lot of these
bulkheads that are on. Yeah, there are a couple of these bulkheads that have their brakes on.
By a couple, I think it's all but two, because the
Oh.
back load was so heavy, it's pushing everything down.
That would explain it.
Yeah, we should be good to
Yep.
go now.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
there may or may
how
not be a wild Betsy running at full speed towards us. So I guess we'll deal with that when it comes.
I can go. I'll go catch Betsy. Okay, you said it's running towards us.
Yeah,
From
from the engine shed.
From the engine shed. Hold on. I'm not familiar with your track layout.
Oh,
so
the engine shed is past the helix. Like,
I built that myself.
yeah, if you can see where the helix
see-
is,
I
it
got
should
it,
be
I got
passing
it.
momentarily on the lower track.
I got it. I see her. Come here, sweetheart.
This is technically
I'll
the
wrangle you.
second nameless Betsy. I don't know where the original Betsy is. But
That's the
we-
spawn yard.
We bought a second one so that we could put them back to back and make a Betsy Fairly.
Ooh, I both like and dislike this idea.
It worked pretty well.
I kind of made a couple of details up at the spawn yard near the telegraph office. I gave it a little bit of extra details thanks to the props.
Oh, nice. I'll have to check that out. I don't think I've been back there in quite a while.
Yeah, I made it look a little bit more realistic. The props don't do much other than just to give your railroad a little bit of more decoration,
Yeah.
but they're still
Still,
nice.
it's nice to have.
So, I actually did some math myself for the smelter. You would need about 12 of these cars to fill up the whole cordwood loading area. Both bulkhead flats.
Man, it really doesn't want to align correctly for me to unload this. Oops.
Oh,
Where did it... Oh, no, it's on the wrong
no.
side! Dang it.
dang it, damn it! Well then, I guess that's it for now.
I mean, we made like $200. That's not nothing, but...
Yeah, and we still got plenty of, we got a good amount of rails and iron already produced.
What kind of car do we need to transport those? Can we do it on these flat cars?
What, the iron products?
Yeah.
They'll require stake flats in order.
Oh, and we don't have those yet, do we?
Didn't we have some already for carrying lumber and beams to the iron mine?
Ooh, let me find out.
I think we do.
Where
They
I guess
might-
those would
let me
probably
see, let me
be
look on
at the freight depot, maybe?
They're at the spawn yard right now.
Oh, we do have them! We don't have very many. We've got, I think,
Give
5.
us a little bit of cash.
But we could probably buy 5 more.
Yeah, because let's see, for freight, raw iron gives us $60, and rails give us $35.
Oh, Peter says
We'll
hello.
probably start making some money on iron products for now.
Question: is anybody driving to Glenbrook right now?
I'm not.
Okay. Well, she is
I am.
rolling towards me at speed. Okay, somebody is. As long as somebody's in control.
Yeah,
Hold on, is the switch in the
Oh.
right way?
we can drop off the bulkhead flats at the logging camp yard, then collect the stake flats and return back to the smelter to pick up some iron product to take back to the freight house.
I think we're good. We can go forward now.
Alright.
Yeah, you could. Betsy stops.
Yeah,
Stops.
this will take us up the helix, which is a little bit steeper than the other route, but that's fine because these are empty.
Do you want me to shove on the rear with Betsy, or will she make it up the hill?
I think with empties it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Usually we only need Betsy for the loading platform.
Helping. Yeah.
We only needed Betsy for the absurd loading platform.
Right, yeah, now that it's been fixed, it's a little bit better.
Yeah. So we'll need to build a track that makes a direct connection between the line to the smelter and the logging camp. So we don't have to use the loop around the lumber.
Yeah, we do right now have to take a loop around the sawmill to get there, which is a little annoying.
I tried looking at that to figure out a way to do it, but I could not figure out.
Well, we just need to basically turn it into a Y, right?
That's what I have used mostly on many of my saves. Just make Ys at a lot of locations to make it easier for trains to get to their destinations directly.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, and then maybe I'll go and try and build that Y while the train's on its way there.
Alright, I'm just gonna re-rail and put the quarter back in the engine house.
Okay.
So it can at least be stored away. Because
Okay.
I think we'll probably just use the Red Canyon line for the iron products.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Why does this map just not look familiar to me?
Well, Pine Valley has changed quite a lot since the game first came out. You know this place actually had birch trees at one point.
I remember that. I remember those.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering why they would name this area Pine Valley, but then add birch trees only. Didn't make much sense. I think they kind of reverted it later on.
Oh, the map's upside down. That's why it's...
Oh, are you looking at the... Oh, it's the direction of the map. Yeah, they kind of turned it 180 degrees. That's why it kind of looks... I was like that too when I first saw it.
Okay, I remember where we're all at now. Okay. So you guys need to do you said a direct track from the sawmill to the smelter line? That's not too bad. You guys...
It's
you
from
guys...
the logging camp to the track that leads to the smelter.
Oh, I see.
Because we can either do the line that connects to the bridge Y that leads to the helix, or we can connect it to my track that leads to the iron mine through a more scenic route. I will have to put some crossovers at a couple of locations.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too tricky, it doesn't look like.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Okay, I'm back. Welcome back, Chase's Railway Lines. Alright. So, sawmill.
I do like the way that they've changed the map section now, though. I can tell you what, that's this is handy.
Yeah, the map's pretty useful now.
Yeah, it took me a second because, like, I was telling him when you were gone, I was like, I haven't looked at this map, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm looking at. what is this? And then I was zooming around. I was like, oh, okay, now I remember where we're at. So, all right, I kind of see. That connection's not going to be too bad. You could even do slip connections if you wanted to instead of a full crossover, and you could make it where it's basically double-ended switches, so you can basically weave your way through the tracks to get there if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
And it would conserve radius as well.
I'm just trying to figure out, because we've got such a spaghetti of switches right here where pretty much all of these tracks meet in one place. Chase's Railway Lines, forgive my ignorance, what is E-scale? I've never heard of that. Oh, just it's a misspelling.
Hey, the train disconnected.
Oh, fun!
So you might want to back up and.
Whoa! All right.
Oh, this sounds exciting. Let me fly back over.
And I'm on the line leading to the iron mine. What the heck?
I was in the map, so I'm assuming somebody is playing M prank on us.
Where is the...
Oh no!
What? Wait, hold on. Okay. Who all's in here?
Backing up. I'm backing up.
You're good. I'm ready.
Because I had set the switch properly for our trains to head straight to the sawmill loop.
Peter's not in here, so I think we may have inadvertently pranked ourselves.
Ah, okay.
Oh, we just
It was
got
us who
trolled.
pranked.
We trolled our own selves. Is that even
It's weird that it
possible?
disconnected at the engine. That's what's
Yeah, that's...
weird. Okay.
Although, you know what? I have seen basically couplers break before for no apparent reason. I think that's a bug in the current version of the game.
I'm gonna start cranking off brakes if you want to start applying uphill pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, E-scale is the
Remember
small but
when
rideable
the
train.
train-
Interesting, I didn't know there was a word for that. That's cool.
You know, remember when in Railroads Online, when your train reached a certain speed, the cars would just fly off the track for no reason?
Yeah, now it doesn't wait for you to reach a certain speed anymore.
I know, but when that was out, oh man, was I peeved!
Oh yeah, it was very annoying. I mean, technically you can still do that, but you have to get to like 50 miles an hour. Oh, Chase, that sounds more like a controller issue. Let's see if I can figure out what frame rate I'm getting on this, because it is not as much as it normally is.
You should be getting extra frames with all the jumping that's happening.
I know, right? Yeah, I can't get it to show, but it looks like I'm getting like 12 frames per second.
Oh boy.
Weirdly, it's only showing my GPU at like 60%, so it's not a graphics issue.
Oh, I was gonna say you could have a potato for a computer, and something tells me it still would be Railroads Online's issue.
Yeah. Weird thing, I've been trying to switch over to Linux for as much stuff as I can. I have this machine set up right now to dual boot because I want to try and get away from all of the proprietary Windows crap eventually. And you can run Steam games on Linux, but it basically just uses a built-in Windows emulator. So most things Linux is faster, but for Steam games especially...
And we're derailed.
I put on the brakes.
We've
Haven't
yeeted the
you
cars.
idiot? You
They're
reversed into the sports
well,
line.
someone all get these off the ground.
Yeah.
Ah! I'm sorry. I was just checking some stuff.
That's
and
a
I wasn't
fender
paying
bender.
attention. My apologies, gentlemen. Let's just get this re-railed so we can get to the logging camp.
In Milwaukee
Alright,
Road.
well, something I just realized that doesn't work well is if you get close and you're trying to re-rail something to another car, it automatically magnets you to whatever car you're next to, which is a little bit
Oh.
weird.
Interesting, I've never noticed that before.
So like it thinks you want to stand on it and you're not, and you're just trying to go next to it. It's a little weird.
That's very strange.
The new re-railing mechanic is great, though. I do like that. Okay,
Yeah.
is this one okay? That one might have been caught. These ones seem to be okay. I'll stand on the last car and I'll let you know when
I think I'll
you get
just
here.
act brakeman right now. Could somebody handle the Glenbrook?
I'll get it.
All right. I'm on the last three cars in the very, very back, so I'll let you know when you hit them. And I've phased into the car. Okay. That one's good.
Good night, Jeff Railroadson.
Jeff Reynolds.
It's my dad in the chat.
Oh! Huh. Crazy.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Alright, where are we at with re-railing stuff? I only see 4 cars.
Well, the other 4 are back here. We're waiting for you to back into them.
Oh, okay.
Whoever's driving.
I didn't realize that was me. Okay.
It's me, 2,000 feet back with a red flag, waving and screaming and going.
Oh, I
"Get
couldn't see through the trees that there were more cars on the track back there. I'll just slam into him at 20 miles an hour. That's good, right?
Well, I mean, just keep that speed up, man. We got time is money.
Yeah. Uphill slow, downhill
We can
fast.
replace couplers. That's fine. Yeah. Tonnage first, safety last, baby. And then when you hit these 3, it should slow you down to quite a bit. I put all 3 brakes on, and I'll tap them off once you're here. A chunk. 1 brake off. Second car. All right, brakes are off.
Okay. Let's try this again.
Once more into the abyss.
Power!
Speed and power.
Speed and power solves many things.
Astounds me.
Is the one that nearly died while shoveling coal in Tornado.
Yes! Any news for the HO or O-scale layout or trains? HO, there's some new trains I'm working on a couple videos. O-scale, I'm going to do a layout update pretty soon. I think I've made enough changes to that it can justify an update video.
Well, I was going to ask you, do you have any post-war stuff, or is all your stuff more modern for O-scale?
At the moment, it's all more modern. At some point, I think it would be cool to get, like, one of the 90s 700E Hudsons. But I have basically no experience with, like, old AC motors and stuff, so I don't really know what I'm looking for there.
Ooh, gotcha.
What? It would be a very interesting story on how your railroad's manager saved one of those Hudsons from being scrapped. That'd be a very interesting story.
That'd be a cool bit of lore.
It sounds like you need to start learning post-war, sir.
It does. Yeah, sooner or later it's gonna happen.
Not like I have an entire room just to post-war trains. No.
Oh, I found my buddy to talk to about post-war. Yeah, all right.
I do think it'd be cool to get one of the old generals too. Uh-oh.
Oh!
What?
How? What?
That's a fender
How-
bender.
What?
Oh my god!
That one is like...
Pro-mentioning!
I don't even understand how that happened.
What is going on right now?
But Smudger just
Set
laughed.
the switch! I set the switch for us, but then somehow the switch was malfunctioning again. I swear, the railroad's online gods are smiting us.
How dare you play my game
Yeah.
properly?
They heard us.
It's the Sawboys. Would you like to play a game?
They heard us talking about Century of Steam, and this is their revenge.
Yeah, they have a single tier.
The Milwaukee Road.
It's here once a year.
I'm not sure what, at this point, I'm not sure what's worse. All the derailments that we're having? Or having the dump truck get hit by a train today?
Wait, what?
Oh, right, yes, he sent me the picture of that.
Yeah.
Funny enough, one of my relatives was traveling by train to see another set of relatives in Grand Junction. The locomotive crashed into a stalled truck, and the engine had to be taken off the train. We were on our way visiting them, like, last year, and that same locomotive was still on that same siding it was left on.
We
Wait,
don't
Colorado?
need to share the photo, but yeah, needless to say,
I think we can probably all imagine what it looks like.
yeah. A dump truck decided to, drive in front of our freight train today.
So, Grand Junction, Colorado?
Yeah, well, outside of Grand Junction.
Yep, I used to live in Grand
No one was
Junction
hurt,
for 14
but
years.
they had to get another engine to take the train on while the lead engine was, like, taken off. It was still there when we were on our way up there, and it was still there when we were on our way back to Denver. We're not so sure if that engine is ever going to be moved back to, like, well, the shops for repairs. Considering on how they've been introducing the Chargers lately.
They might. I mean, because they've got an entire. Well, they did. I haven't been back. At least I haven't driven over the bridges for it. So when I lived there is when they started UP started setting up the scrap sidings, or at least the holding sidings, and they had like hundreds of engines just on tracks. What was it, 3 and 4, out on the south side of the yards. And the last time I was there, I think there was still some there, but they were actively scrapping them. There was a couple of them that we were watching them actually like dismantle them out in the yard, which was nuts. I've never seen that before. But I know that they had a bunch of them. I thought they were going to deadhead them somewhere, but then they just stayed for a while. So I don't know if they will. I'm assuming they will tow it somewhere, but I don't know if they'll keep it in any of the junction yards or not. I mean, they've got plenty of extra tracks out there, though.
Well, the Genesis diesel was on a siding out on the main line, not in that area you were talking about.
So you said it was you were on the way back to Denver. So was it in Tibet Canyon then?
Well, I think it was somewhere like several miles before arriving into Grand Junction. I might have to look on Google Images and have a look. I'll be able to send you an image on where I think it was located.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. We used to go out and watch them do shunting moves. And we're not in Britain. We watch them go out and do switching moves. And I used to work down in the industrial area, so they used to do the some of the boxcars and grain hoppers down through the little tight sidings down there. It was a lot of fun.
Any of the post-war people, somebody in the chat wants advice. I don't know anything about it.
Let's see.
I saw that.
Any advice for fixing the shortened Lionel post-war Hudson?
My guess...
Okay.
Shorted, I think. My guess would be either a motor or some kind of insulators getting bridged across, but I don't really know how those are built.
I would
If
check
it's
the
a
roller
short,
pickup.
you gotta figure out where it's shorting at.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. Roller pickup's always the first one that I look at because it's like a plastic one, but sometimes they used fiber insulators and the fiber can get like saturated or it'll just deteriorate. I've seen those wear off, and then the plastic ones, sometimes they crack if someone tightens the screw too much, and then you arc into it and it doesn't work. So those are the two I can think of. Wiring wise, a shorty Hudson post-war has got the pancake 3-pole. So let's see. It wouldn't short across the E unit. The E unit would just eat the short, basically, but just the barrels wouldn't function. I mean, it could be a wire that's...
Yeah, by just saying that it's shorted, there's a lot of possibilities.
Somebody get pen and paper, we'll write down the 10 things that we think it could be, and then you can test them all out and tell us which one worked.
Write it down!
Write it
Without
down!
seeing... I mean, if he took a video of it, then I could try and take a look at the video to see if I could get any ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm clueless with post-war stuff, but everything I'm hearing sounds plausible based on what I know of modern locomotives.
Post-war
Honestly-
is fairly simple.
I was just about to say the same thing. Post-war is kind of, once you've got your head wrapped around the wiring diagram, it's pretty self-explanatory, which is kind of nice.
It's very simple and it's very robust.
Yeah.
But just like with any modern stuff, if you just say there's a short,
Yeah, that doesn't really narrow it down a whole lot.
yeah.
Runs for like a second and then shorts out on my MTH. Are we sure the MTH controller isn't just being overloaded? Because post-war stuff can draw a lot of current.
That is also...
Which MTH controller is it? Because if it's like a Z500, it may simply not be powerful enough.
That's true. And if you've got
Yeah.
any sort of accessory, whistling tender, extra lights, anything like that, and it's not like been recently cleaned out and stuff, like whistling tenders draw a stupid amount. Even though it's a DC like separate wave through it, it's a lot of power going through that little transformer. That'll fry it.
Well, and keep in mind that those whistle tenders, when you run when you use a post-war transformer to do the whistle tender, it actually puts extra power through the track for that whistle tender.
Oh, that's right, because it has the bypass on the board for it, right? Because it's only when that toggle's activated for the whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It shorts, yeah, the controller. Well, I mean, shoot, what kind of tracker are you using? Because if you're using tubular, which is what I run because that's what I've got and it works, if you have a poor center rail insulator on one of your tracks, then you're arcing across your center rail and your outer rails. That's another thing too that would do that.
Yeah, the old tubular track, if it has like the fiber or paper, I imagine that would probably not last forever. I just went down the wrong track completely.
I've got the 031 original stuff that I've got is still doing pretty good, but it was maintained well throughout its lifespan. So I think it's the original stuff from the guy that gave it to me, which is crazy to think about. But as far as I know, it's the original stuff, and it's all in pretty dang good condition. I mean, it's used, but it's not like, completely dented and rusted and stuff. It's just used.
Tested on MTH Real Tracks does the same thing. Okay, so that narrows it down a little bit. Do you have another transformer you could try it on?
Because it still could be that the engine is drawing enough power that it's making the transformer unhappy. Because, a friend of mine that runs his train store, he got in a 2055, and if you put it on the CW80 that he has on the store layout, and I mean, eventually we got it to run, but it wasn't happy, and for a while it kept popping the circuit breaker on that CW80 because it was drawing too much power.
Well, also, a CW80 is, especially the older ones, are notoriously pieces of junk. Like, the later ones, the current run is okay, but the old ones with the green light, I've never heard a positive story about those.
They're not... I have multiple of them. They're not bad. You gotta run modern stuff.
I know they don't play nice. They don't play nice with MTH, because there's a club near me that has a layout that has, I think, 3 of those, and they have a couple of MTH engines, and each of the transformers makes the MTH engine completely freak out in a different way.
Sorry, that's funny.
It's like one of them makes it just like whistle all the time. One of them makes it like go full speed backwards all the time. And they run the post-war stuff fine, but the MTH, I think it's a Protosound 280. One of them I can get it to run okay about half the time, but the bell is always on.
So I
haven't messed with the Protosound 2 stuff, but I know that my early CW80s worked just fine with my Protosound 1.
Really? Because that's one of the combinations of things that I've always heard they have issues with. I don't know. I had a Protosound 1 engine. Excuse me. I never ran it on one of those, so I just figured it wouldn't work. But it was finicky.
Because I've got an MTH one. I have 2 locomotives I can think of. I don't have anything fancy, but I have 2 slightly more modern locomotives that have a few more functions, and it's got a bell button and a whistle button, and it always is unhappy. It just always is. But then I've got like the big old school VW, the 4 controller one,
Right.
And it just doesn't care. It's awesome. It's just a tank. But then I recently picked up a. You'll enjoy this post-war. I picked up a 736 from 52, so it is a solid piece of 10-pound metal. It's nonsense. And I can tell you that one of those little transformers is not going to move this thing. It's got the good Polmore. It's silly. And
Does it have magnet traction, or did that come later?
It came in 52, so yes, it does. Boy, oh boy! Not only does it weigh a ton, but it'll pull anything I have behind it.
That's good. I mean,
What
the old train I have in terms of O scale is I think a Santa Fe freight set and a starter set from Lionel from the 70s.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But the oldest trains I have technically are American Flyer S gauge. Got an Atlantic and a couple of freight cars, and I actually was able to power it up with a ZW80 transformer.
Yeah, the American Flyer AC stuff will run on basically all the same transformers as Lionel.
Yeah, they do.
Speaking of which, if anybody
Alright.
wants some cheap post-war American Flyer freight cars, I have a few.
Although, God, I will admit that the post-war American Flyer stuff is so much more finicky and temperamental than the Lionel stuff.
Really? I guess, is it just because it's two-rail?
That would be my guess, but I don't know for sure. I have multiple post-war American Flyer engines, and they all are just super temperamental. But my Lionel stuff, they'll just run.
Turn the power on and it will go. You don't even have to go, will it go? Nope, it will. And it just goes, yeah.
I'm thinking about trying to get some American Flyer passenger cars with the knuckle couplers, but those are kind of hard to find, especially those for a good price.
I was gonna say they're expensive. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I think we'll need to unload these 2 stake flats of lumber first before we pick up our line.
Yeah, I'm just gonna unload them
Why
at the
did I say
freight depot
lumber? I
here.
meant to say picking up our iron products.
Hey, do we want to buy more stake cars while we're here, or do we want to wait and do that at the mine?
I think we might as well wait until we get to the smelter first.
Okay.
Plus, this will give a chance to see how well the Glenbrook can handle a car on my route through
Yeah.
the canyon.
Well, we've taken empties over that. We haven't taken a load over it yet. Alright, somebody want to unload
We
those?
brought a load downhill, but not a load up.
Right. And it's going to be a load of iron stuff, which is going to be really heavy.
Yeah. So, the Stakeflex can hold about 10 units of rails and 3 units of the iron slabs.
I'm wondering, actually, if we should maybe just stick with these 5 and see how we do coming up the hill.
Alright then, fair enough.
Because if we buy 5 more and we can't get them up the hill, then those extra 5 aren't really doing us any good.
I mean, let me think for a sec, because I used to run my Glenbrook. I think I ran it with 8, and it can do it. I might have had a caboose on it at one point, but I ran it with 8 up and down 4%, and it was okay.
Really?
Slow, but
Even
it's
with
okay.
iron on the train?
Yeah. Oh, no, not like that. I thought we were just talking about empty cars. I was like,
No, empties are going downhill, loads are going uphill. That's the problem.
Gotcha.
So yeah, let's try 5 and see how it goes. Because if we're maxed out at 5, we may have to wait till we can buy another locomotive before we buy more of these cars.
Yeah.
I mean,
Go
if I
for
need to, I
Betsy.
can buy a Montezuma.
Yeah. I don't think Montezuma is really going to help that much. At that point, we might as well just throw the 2 Betsies on there.
Well, but additional, it's I think more for speed because the Betsies just don't have the same speed as the Zuma.
No, they don't. I don't know. We'll see how heavy
I already
the
have a great name for it too.
what?
The Skooma Zuma.
Okay.
It's just a good Skyrim reference. If anybody knows Skyrim, then you're good. To
I
go.
don't, but I trust that it's a good reference.
Oh my god.
Thank you. Somebody had to know it.
American
Well,
Flyer cars for 15 apiece. That's not bad.
Once we get a much more stronger engine to handle the iron products, we probably might just reassign the Glenbrook for cordwood as well as handling lumber around the Pine Valley area.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. The Glenbrook will be will become the logging engine, and then whatever we buy next, probably the Cookie, we'll assign to the heavier loads.
Yeah. Considering that each slab is like $60, and it can only we got about 180 per car, so let's see, 180 multiplied by 5. Like about nearly $500.
So we could actually work our way up to a Cookie pretty quickly, especially if we're not buying more state
as long
cars.
as we just keep supplying the smelter with iron ore and quartz.
Uh-oh.
What? Oh, we're going into the siding.
I almost-
We're going into the siding.
I almost hit the bulkhead cars, but I didn't. Avoided. That's not a fender bender. I don't have a sound effect for when things go correctly. I guess I have the bad to the bone riff.
I think the I think the sound effect that would fit for like stopping in time before having a wreck would probably be the
Uh-oh.
screech and then just the
You know what? Never mind.
something
I do.
Oh no!
That's a fender.
I do have the screech, but we don't need it anymore.
Dang it! Nap it!
Hammond, you idiot! You reversed into the spot!
I'm rolling away. I was putting the kids to bed and just came over and I'm rolling backwards with no locomotive. Let me just break.
That's
Hang
about on
on.
brand for this game.
There we go. All right, and I'll just hang out here.
I think I'll have to we'll have to re-rail them on.
Ooh, whoa, okay, that was close.
On in order to get the cars back on track. Because these cars will not want to re-rail on switches.
Right. Okay, how are we going to handle this?
Ooh. I mean, I
might
can
have to
keep
fix-
letting this roll backwards, and we can re-rail them.
Yeah, let's do that. If it'll keep rolling.
All right.
Oops,
Just
okay.
temporarily take out the switch, and then we'll just re-rail the train car there, couple up, and then we'll just do a quick loop, and I'll add the switch back.
That's one way to do it.
Well, it was
Sometimes
rolling.
you gotta use your head and make do what you have. Alright, we should be good to go.
We take the brake off. And then, how many is that all the cars?
I have 2 in the boost back here.
Okay, 2 in the boost there. There's 2 attached to the engine, and then 1 in the middle. So yeah, that's all of them.
I have
Dunk.
never, in the years I played Railroads Online, seen these switches act so crazy.
I
Are we
think
sure that there's not somebody else in here doing stuff?
yes, actually, Peter. Well, it could be a ruse, but Peter messaged me saying that he's not able to play tonight. He just wanted to check in.
I just want to check in on your switches and then
Yeah.
flip them all like.
But no, I've been keeping an eye on the map, and he's not in here, so it's lit. I think most likely what's happening is that it's like the multiplayer lag that's causing issues.
Alright, I got the Glenbrook
This game's been out
rolling.
for years. Why can't they fix
So,
it?
whoever takes control of the engine, do that, so once it's on the loop, I can get started on replacing the switch.
I'm not sure who's in charge of the engine, but it's not me.
Well, I will go to. It
I
sounds like me.
stated
I'll
I
go to
was
the
gonna
engine.
be, I was gonna take care of the switch.
All right. Tell me when I need to stop, and I will stop.
Well, you know what? The Glenbrook's like 130 years old. It can look after itself for a few minutes.
Alright,
You'd think so.
we got the switch back.
And yet.
We're good to go.
And yet, that's funny.
Let's just go around the loop and then head down to the smelter.
Okay.
I'll get the switches
here's
line for the
problem is
smelter.
The UI is completely different, so
I
So-
don't like the UI. I just want to drive it normal.
Since we've got a train of empties and we're going downhill, I suggest that we take the Helix route, and then we'll take the longer route coming back up.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Because the Helix is
Take
going to
the
be
Helix.
steeper but shorter.
Yeah, and the line going back up is a lot less severe in gradient, but it's a bit longer.
Exactly. So that'll be
we'll take
ideal
the
once
rest.
we've got a big heavy train of iron.
Yeah. But it's also very picturesque.
It is very
If you ever
picturesque.
have passengers in the game, of course.
We should build like a shortcut line that's even steeper that goes like down a 10% just for getting empties to the smelter quickly.
Oh, that would be a nightmare.
Like Heist's original roller coaster.
That or the insane switchback that both Heist and Khan
Yes.
had in their left. The one that Heist just exploded at, like,
Oh, you know what? I have a Heist exploding soundbite. Hold on.
No! Explodes! No! Sorry.
That was the one for when somebody said the K-37s were converted, but it works for either one.
No, explosion! Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that one.
Oh!
yeah, I actually always thought they were converted C-41s to narrow gauge.
It seems to be an argument more of terminology than anything else. Like, they weren't, like, converted in the sense that they just squeezed the wheels in narrower in the axles, but they did use a lot of C-41 parts. They used the boilers, and they used the entire tenders except for the trucks. But the frame and running gear was new.
You did see the video that he did recently on that, right?
Yes, I did.
But from the way it sounded in the video, it seems like it's not so much saying that it was converted, but more the fact that people were using the "it's converted" as a means to say that they're crap.
Right, yeah, it was people basically, because there was that, if I remember the video correctly, and I may or may not, there was one particular engine, I don't remember which one it was, but it wasn't 491, that had been in an accident and not fixed properly, and the trailing truck was basically not swiveling at all, so it kept derailing.
Yeah.
And that one gave the whole class a bad reputation.
I mean,
But they're actually
engines that
fine.
were like the last Rio Grande narrow gauge steam engine to work. Well, to be built for the Rio Grande's narrow gauge system. But
This is a silly question, but if I'm in the driving UI, so it's third person, how do I zoom the camera out?
V.
press the B button.
It toggles through like 3 different zoom levels.
Get into third person view.
I appreciate that, thank you.
Far farthest in. Oh! Stop,
Uh-oh.
Stop.
Why is a bunch of track missing? What am I meant? What did I...
I did not.
I
edit
am
this
working on
track
that.
at all.
Okay.
Hang on.
Hey, did we want to make a Y real quick? I mean, since the track's already
Oh
might as
wait,
well.
somebody was supposed to be helping build a Y here, so it could be a direct access to the.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. I think I was said I was going to do that, and I forgot.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Well, it shouldn't be too difficult. I mean,
This could probably be taken care of while we take care of the smelter
Yeah.
run. Why can I not even say any words tonight?
Do I need to back up?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
back
because
up.
We're on the trek that leads to the logging camp.
Let's back up 2 switches. We want to go. Let's see. Which way do we want to go? We want to go not all the way to the left, but one short of it.
Yeah, we just need to. All right, we should be good to go onto this track here. Whoop! How?
It's fine.
Okay,
It's fine. We've made a miraculous recovery.
Fine. The Glenbrook is a fine.
It's absolutely fine.
Hey, are we ready to go forward? Because I don't know what just happened, but I had hydraulics for a moment there.
We make the Glenbrook into a lowrider engine or something. Oh.
It was weird.
What can I say then? Oh, now people are going to be wondering what a lowrider steam engine would be.
See,
You ever seen those engines that were designed to like go into a mine where the cab is super low to the ground?
I don't know. I never even heard of that prototype.
I'll look it up and put it in the Discord or something. But there are these like industrial 040s. They're like a saddle tank, and like the roof height is like 4 feet off the ground, and the cab is basically just right above the rail.
Wait a second. Wait.
And they're designed to go like into underground mines.
Very small gauge. Do they run like at maybe 20 or 22 inches?
Probably. I don't remember the gauge. I think it was 2 feet.
I think I know what you're talking about. The video about the Century of Steam Deadlog about the different types of cargo that can be loaded on the black car.
Oh, that might have been where I saw it.
okay.
I don't remember.
It's just
Derailment.
a big moment.
Wait,
One turn
what?
Another.
Again?
Why are we getting these derailments?
That's
And
a
all these
fender
switch
bender.
Changes.
This wasn't me. I take no responsibility.
But
I've been
Smudge just
driving
laughed.
very smoothly. Thank you very much.
Give me a sec. Give me a sec.
You're fine.
Just couple up to the stake flat, move it up a bit, and then I can put the caboose back on. But anyway, so in that Century of Steam devlog, there was a video discussing about the different types of freight that could be seen on top of a flat car, and one of them was a small industrial steam engine, like for mining, and it was it looked like, and the cab looked so small, it looked like nobody could fit in there unless they were like on their knees.
Yeah, I think that is the one that I'm thinking of. Okay,
Oh my.
I'm gonna put this image... I found an image of the one I'm thinking of. I'm gonna put it in the Discord chat. And for the...
That's it. That's the one that
For the benefit of the viewers.
in that Century of Steam video. That's the one.
yeah.
That's awesome.
It is so small and so squat.
It's like... It's like it was like divided vertically.
Yeah. Okay, you're clear to reverse and couple up. And hopefully this time we can get down to the smelter. Because
Jason's Railway Lines, I don't know what's with all the derailments. This whole railroad is just cursed today.
well,
We coupled.
yeah, we're good. You're good to go. Right,
Thank
let's
you.
try yet again to get this train down the line. Hopefully our railroad has not been cursed by Rio Grande Southern.
I assume we've all seen the Heist Derail Valley video where he had a Rio Grande ES&D version of the Rio Grande Southern.
Yeah. I mean, Rio Grande Southern
it's such an interesting railroad. I mean, the fact that even after the line could have possibly closed in the 30s, because it was struggling heavily after the Silver Purchase Act was repealed, it lasted until the early 50s, all just because of sheer will and just immense amounts of cost cutting.
Yeah, it's kind of insane that it lasted as long as it did. Oh yeah, the Front Yard and Bad Idea. I can't believe people still remember the Front Yard and Bad Idea railroad video where I laid the G-scale track on the snow. That was such like an improvised throwaway video that I just made on the day with no plan. But apparently people still watch that, so good for them, I guess. I'm glad people are enjoying it, but okay, I forgot what I was doing.
Well, okay, so we're gonna be fine cutting up the mountainside, but once we reach the Y Bridge, we're gonna be in a bit of a pickle as long as nobody flicks the switches on the map.
Don't touch the switches, got it.
What? Somebody wanted me to touch the switches?
No!
I was about to say, alright, so we touched the switches, right?
I would just
Wrong,
personally
Raph.
just put the sound clip of Robotnik from the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog just saying,
No!
Oh, I don't have that one on the soundboard yet. I need to add that.
Yeah, we needed to make like a whole server and add all those fun noises in our calls.
I gotta figure out how to make that work on Discord. Because right now I can play the sound effects, but only this YouTube stream can hear them. The Discord chat call can't hear them. So I have to do an impersonation of the sound effect every time.
That's fine, I suppose.
Why are there two flat cars here?
yeah, I've been wondering why those two bulkhead flats are, like, on this bridge.
How did we
Why are they
miscount?
not with
Well,
the rest?
I mean, we had
What?
like 15
Okay, that must be from one of the previous
Surprising.
derailments.
Do we want to back up and tack them on so we have
Might as
them?
well. I mean, we can just take them with
Might
us.
as well reverse it.
I don't know where we're going with. I've already lost track of that.
Well, we could probably deliver. We
Yep,
could
I'm not
probably
past the switch.
reattach them when we're on our way back to the freight house.
I'm gonna go ahead and re-rail these because they're both off the
okay.
track.
Okay. And we want to catch them when we're on the way back, you said?
I was thinking about maybe picking them up now, and then on the way back, when we go through the loop of the sawmill, we'll just reverse and push those two onto the front end of that.
On the other hand, they're rolling downhill now, so we could literally just take them with us for the rest of this trip.
In other words, I'm not moving. I'm staying right here.
Yeah. So our little bobber caboose has now become a transfer caboose.
Yes, it's now in the middle of the train.
No complaints here.
And also, we never did anything about this switch that's just hovering in the air.
Yeah.
These are-
it's
One
really
switch
neat.
hovering in the air.
These are load-bearing. There's like a load-bearing frog.
Yeah.
Okay, that should be somebody's Steam name. Somebody take that before I do.
Load-bearing
is an
frog.
amazing gamer tag. That's an amazing gamer tag.
I mean, if we have the old steel bridge from like the olden days of Railroads Online, we could probably use that to fill up the switch. But considering now the bridges come with the deck on top,
Yeah, you
that's
can't
not-
lay one without track. Yeah, dropping the tweezers on the floor.
Kinda
Welcome
miss
back,
that
Crazy
because-
Spud.
I used to use the steel bridge and just lay track on top of it. Because I didn't feel right to have like wooden deck on top of a steel bridge. I thought it would be better if it had a steel deck.
Honestly, I'm happy as long as there's something supporting stuff so it's not just hanging in midair.
True. And this is normally where I would lay the track if I was heading to the coal mine straight from the lumber mill.
That's where I did mine too.
Oh, you can't stand on top of the bridges, apparently.
Yeah. It's so interesting that the smelter itself is known as the Summit River Smelting Company, yet it is so far from the coal mine that has the same name. Summit River
Yeah.
Mining Company.
They must just be, like, owned by the same conglomerate. What's the joke on the Heist 3/4 show? Mining consortiums!
Mining
I take a sortium?
An establishment?
Yeah.
Do you have any gold?
Mining establishment. I've been thinking about putting that on the soundboard.
Establishment. Perhaps the mine. About some uranium or bombs. No, it's my radium, not your radium. And then he got limed.
Yes. We need a lime soundboard thing.
Citrus for the win.
Chase's Railway Lines. Oh yeah, did I break it from the helicopter video? I think I actually ended up making that video private because it had some music in it that was of dubious copyright status.
Yeah, copyright.
Unfortunately.
Dubious copyright.
Can be a problem on YouTube. You have to be really careful on what music you choose.
That was the only bleeped swear that I've ever had on the channel. When I broke the helicopter.
Yeah. To be honest, a YouTuber that doesn't swear and they swear for the first time on video, yeah, people would just say, if he swears, you know you messed up.
Yeah.
All right.
See, it's
so,
you gotta take the like PG-13 route where you allow yourself one swear word per year or something like that. But it's like somebody has to be like, whoa, wait, did he just say that?
You have to really earn it, and it has to be placed well. It's like I saw some post on Facebook the other day, like, if you could insert one F-bomb into the Back to the Future, where would you put it?
Oh, there's so many good spots for it though.
Yeah.
That there is.
That is an excellent question.
Yeah. So we got 5. There's 27. So we'll be able to get a full train at. Oh no! Not again.
Seriously?
Oh no, what? Oh, and I'm stopping.
We got another stake flat derailed.
Okay, this is like
derailed and both. We're getting Rio Grande Southern tonight.
That's a fender bender.
I'll start backing up.
this is actually like almost starting to become legitimately frustrating. Like, it's still funny, but come on.
It is funny, but it eventually starts getting really.
Like, at a certain point, it's just like, okay, we've done the, like, yes, okay, it derails all the time. We get it. Can we maybe move on?
Can we please just do some real railroading here, like we railroaders are supposed to be doing?
Yeah. Ooh, Crazy Spud, yeah, when they find out Clara is still on the train, that'd be a perfect place to put the one F-bomb. In part 3, at least.
Okay. So, I don't think might be swearing in this series, I don't know.
I am generally trying not to, because I know that there are a certain number of kids who watch the channel.
I'm keeping my sailor mouth quiet, so
yeah,
we should be all right.
Like, I try to cultivate a very family-friendly image on YouTube.
Yeah.
We all coupled. Yay, we're all coupled. And stretched because of the downhill.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's do this right.
Like, if we were gonna swear in these streams, I can think of a lot of other funny things I could have named the railroad.
Oh,
True,
yeah.
But
I always thought it would
I
be...
think here we're just focusing on trying to build a profitable, little frequent narrow gauge railroad that is suffering from crippling Rio Grande Southernisms.
Exactly. Started watching when I was 12. Wow. I wasn't even watching me when I was 12.
That is crazy. Alright, just take it nice and easy down this trestle. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really a fan of using trestles to climb grades in Railroads Online. I'd rather prefer having them straight or curved, in my opinion.
Well, there's a whole lot of stuff that we could do a lot better in this game if we had the ability to cut and fill the landscape.
True.
Like, I feel like...
Deciding for... please continue.
No, go ahead. I forgot what I was saying. I'm starting to get pretty sleepy, actually. We might want to let's run this one load and then maybe wrap it up for the night, because.
All right, let's get loaded up.
I have not slept all the past couple nights because we're having very loud work done on the roof, and they start at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah. All right, let's get this iron slabs loaded up. Not to mention, I think we might need to fill up with water too. We should probably fill up the water tower on the line up through Red Oak Canyon.
Fill one right here.
It says plenty of water here.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's
like
the
a
water hatch on the tender that's telling me otherwise. But
Oh, hey, there. Yeah, well, then, hey, the locomotive's fine, guys. Don't worry about it. It's cool.
the next thing we know, the water's dipped below the crown sheet, and I'm gonna die in a boiler explosion.
Do I need to back up, or are we? Did I go too far by
I think you
accident?
might be able to press the space bar to get the other crane to work if you start loading the second black car.
Let me get on the engine here.
You and SMT mainline. Okay, funny story. The first time I ever got recognized at a train show, it was probably a 12-year-old kid who mistook me for SMT mainline.
It's not available. Yeah, it's not.
I've never felt more honored.
Wait, what? What did he say?
The first time I ever got recognized from YouTube was at a train show, and a kid mistook me for SMT mainline.
Wow.
Okay.
That's impressive.
I was like, wow.
You and I can tell you that's not okay.
Like, I'm glad.
Awesome.
Like, I'm honored that you mistook me for somebody who has literally 20 times the amount of subscribers I do.
I mean, I guess you're both Canadian, so there's that. But
I'm not even originally Canadian. I just lived there for a while.
right, well, that's fair.
I'm originally from
He
California.
does have the Canadian like.
But yeah, he's like, we're both kind of like Canadian-American combination. We both do like, good evening, Railfanner. We do make some similar content. And I am a fan of SMT Mainline. I watch him sometimes. Crazy Spud Heist actually did a video about the Polar Express on Glacier Gulch and whether it would have exploded or not. I think what he concluded was it was actually moving fast enough that it didn't spend enough time on the grade for it to explode. But of course there's a myriad of other things that would have caused problems.
Yeah, I mean, the grade climbing up, going down Glacier Gulch, that is a grade no train could climb.
Yeah, that's
Unless
like,
it
it's
was-
a literal roller coaster.
Unless it was a rack railway, like
Yeah.
the one in Snowdon in Wales or the Mount Washington in New Hampshire.
Well, of course the answer is it's a magic train, so it doesn't matter, but that's no fun.
Is it just not letting you load those? Because they look square on my screen. If they're not square on yours, though, I can.
The loading and unloading has been really weird this whole session.
Yeah, I'm trying to click on it and it just doesn't see. Oh.
Now it's going.
I'll just take care of the loading.
Yeah,
on mine.
actually no, you know what, Chase? I think that's the answer, is the Polar Express has magnetraction.
Yes.
That makes sense. I mean, the series. I think the movie takes place in 1955, didn't it?
It's sometime in the 50s. I know it takes place in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Mid 50s, mid to late 50s. There are some signs that showcase what year it's supposed to be in.
I know, I just don't remember. I haven't watched it in a while.
It's so interesting on how they made Pierre Marquette 1225 look like a fictional Delaware and Hudson looking person.
Yeah, they gave it like the weird D&H recessed headlight in the smokebox door. Which I think was because it looked like that in the book illustrations, but the book illustrations were much more abstract.
Yeah.
Like, I always thought when I was a kid, looking at the book, I always thought it looked like, it didn't even look like a Berkshire. I just thought it was a Pacific.
It looked more like a 482 to me.
I thought it was a mountain as well.
Let me
Originally.
look up the book illustrations.
Okay, I think we're good to go. We're ready to depart from the smelter and head straight for the freight house.
Are we putting these two cars on this siding, or are we taking those two cars with us?
Where's the rest of that train?
Up at the siding, up at the sawmill.
Are we meant to go left towards the?
We're taking the
engine
track to
shed?
the left because
Okay.
iron slabs, because iron products are heavy. and I'm not so sure if the Glenbrook can even handle that type of load on the steep gradients of the Helix.
Alright, looking at the Polar Express book cover, I can definitely see it looking like a mountain. I can still kind of see it as a Pacific, as I did when I was a kid.
Are you kidding?
Wait. Okay, I go to another tab for 1 second.
Well, it's not too bad actually. It's just only only like the rear cars and train.
It does look like a 482.
Guys,
The thing is, there's a plant like hiding the front 1 or 2 pair of driver axles, so you can't quite tell how many it has. But it looks like there's enough space for it to be a 482.
Yeah, let's just reverse. Okay, just reverse. And just couple
we
up
put them in
again.
that siding? Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I think maybe by this point we probably might just drop them off in the siding for now.
Okay.
It is Red Oak's call after all. He is the president of this railroad.
Mr. President, we have a situation.
Alright, what's the
need your
situation?
Are we dropping these naughty flats off into the siding here, or are we taking the naughty flats with us?
What did we do with the rest of this train of flats? Did we leave those at the sawmill?
Yeah, we left them in the siding where the firewood facility is located.
Alright, well let's hang on to these until we get back to the sawmill, and then we'll reunite them with the rest of the train.
Alright
Understood.
then. Okay, Glenbrook, you are clear to highball.
Oh.
Glenbrook's not here, man. This is the Glenbrook.
That's what I meant to say, Glenn.
I was just about to say, I had already started going and whistled off before he was like, "You're clear to highball." I'm like, well, I clearly don't respect this conductor.
It's like I used to play Flight Simulator, and I just like ask for clearance to take off, and then just take off without waiting for it.
That's
Like, what are they gonna do? Tell me
Especially
no?
if you're running somewhere with a full clearance, and they're like, "Hold short, runway 3 left," and you're like, "I'm already in the air, man. I don't know what you want from me."
Like, what? Seriously? Alright, don't stop the train. I'll pick it up. I'll re-rail it.
Wait, did it derail again?
Yep, the very last one. Okay, wait, what? Okay, you know what? No, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, I got an idea. I am gonna keep it in re-rail mode and just ride on this last car and then re-rail it when we get there.
That'll work.
Okay. I think it loses if
We'll
it
probably do that.
loses load distance. It
Oh.
deloads the car.
Okay, well then never mind then. I'll just re-rail it right here and we'll couple back up to it.
And backing up.
I really wish that you could like stack flat cars. Or you could like put a flat car on a flat car.
You know, I actually
you
did that once
can.
with
Okay, we're good.
I think
Well, you
that's
can, but you
a
can't move
flat
it.
car.
Like, you can lay track on top of a flat car, but then if you pull the flat car, it just pulls it out from under it. I've tried.
Yeah. But I remember putting Betsy and the hand car on top of those bulkhead flats. It was actually really cool to transport the equipment that way.
Did you actually manage to get it to move? Because I never could.
Yeah, I never got
I
it
was
to
able
move.
to move it, but this was back when the physics in the game were a little bit janky.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But-
I tried it more recently and I couldn't get it to do it.
I
We
think
do
you
need a
could say
derail
little bit
counter.
Less janky.
Why do they keep making it less janky? They're just making it less fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. The jank is part of the charm.
True.
Like, if there's no jank, then this game is nothing.
Exactly. So I actually did come up with a little bit of lore for how the D&H style of Berkshire from the Polar Express would fit if it did exist in real life.
I'm intrigued.
Well, in short, it was during World War II. The Delaware and Hudson needed a locomotive to help with wartime freight traffic. So they tested an Erie S3, and they were so impressed with it, they personally purchased one. But the war ended before they could finish building the whole batch, and with, well, railroads dieselizing, they just practically only kept one, and it was classified as a Class X, as in it's experimental. When that engine was withdrawn from service, a particular notable man with a round belly and a very white beard came up and asked how much he wanted for that Berkshire.
little did anybody know, Santa Claus was going to buy the Berkshire and use it for a specialized train to help people rekindle their, well, believing in Santa Claus. Hence, the Polar Express.
That makes sense.
So it's still the S3 Berkshire, but, well, with D&H modifications. Except it doesn't have the Bell Pair firebox.
Do I need to stop at this water tower?
I think we're probably okay.
By it, but there is a water tower on the line up near the big steel bridge.
Oh, okay. We'll just keep going then.
Alright, I'm going to keep an eye on this switch to make sure nothing happens to it.
Yeah.
As Patrick would say in that one episode, focusing.
Crazy Spud. The Class 47, that's the 10-wheeler, right? We should get that one at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, the Class 47 is that Baldwin 460 10-wheeler. It's actually a pretty good passenger engine. I actually kind of wish it had like a cap stack and a much more black livery, so it can resemble a bit more modern.
I just want it to have a wagon top boiler so we can do Sierra number 3.
Oh wait, are you talking about the Class 47 tank engine? Oh, I think...
Wait, which one is the 10-wheeler? Because, hold on. I'm going to look at the store.
Hang on.
Because
the Class 47 is the 10-wheeler. It's the 10-wheeler. I mistaken it for the Class 48, which is the 060 saddle tank.
Well,
right, okay, yeah, the Class 47 is the 10-wheeler.
Might not make it.
The Class
what was that?
48 is the tank, okay. What's going on? Are we not going to make it up the hill?
Yeah, she might. She's just going real slow.
Should I go get a Betsy?
That's all. It might be useful. Yeah, the more I'm looking up ahead, yeah. We want to go with any sort of speed.
I built this rated 2% upon Red Oak's request when I was building this track, so...
Yeah, because
there are some sections which are flat, so the engine can practically build up some speed.
Yeah, some momentum. That'll be good. I mean, it'll be all right. We're just going to get there in an amount of time, that's all.
Oh, no wonder. There's some brakes on the cars that are on. No wonder.
Oh.
Ah, hey, look. Oh, and immediately sped up. Okay.
Do we still need a Betsy?
Nope.
I don't think we need a Betsy now. I think we'll be able to get up this grade with no trouble.
Okay,
yeah,
I'll come back then, because...
Glenbrook yanking through brakes. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think our practice should be that before we leave, all brakes have to be turned off.
More like the Glen brake.
We're going down a hill.
You got me. Funny. I'm watching this thing kind of slip up the hill, and I looked over because I'm working on it, and Michael will find this funny. We both commented on somebody's post on Facebook about the new release of Athearn Old Time 280. It's basically just the MDC. It's the same thing. And I had found an MDC 260 kit online because in my demented brain said, yes, give me another kit to work on. And so I've been working on it. And this one actually runs okay. For as heavy as these things are, the old versions, the MDC version like what I've got, they have zero tractive effort. They just slip the whole, on flat track with 8 or 10 cars, they just slip. And I'm like, how do you weigh so much and can't pull anything?
So
I guess that train is trying to be a dragster.
Yeah, no kidding.
So that raises an interesting point.
Peel out.
Because I have one of the MDC era, or the MDC ready to run era 260s. And that thing also, it has no traction tires and it can barely pull its own weight. I put Bullfrog Snot on it, and even then it doesn't pull anywhere near as much as my Athearn ones do. And I cannot figure out why. I even tried taking the pilot truck off to see if that was lifting it off the rail, and it made no difference. Something about those...
It's the 260. Yeah, what I did on... Because this one is the kit that I'm building, and this one's nice. I like this one. But I have a ready-to-run 260 as well, and I added... but tungsten putty and flat tungsten weights from Pinewood Derby cars. I added that to it, and that particular one, I did all of the piping in brass pipe, or in a brass tubing, not tubing, just brass wire, so it's it adds a little bit of weight, not a lot, but I did all of the air piping for it, so tanks on one side and the air compressors on the other, which was an absolute pain, by the way, if you've never done dual single-phase air compressor piping. That is just a monster to try and solder together, but it's done. It looks good. Yeah, so that particular locomotive, I added maybe another ounce or two, and that made a huge difference. And I added it square over the drivers. Yeah, I don't know why, but it's like it just wanted a little bit more weight, and then all of a sudden it came to life, and now it seems happier, and it runs good. It's been run in, but yeah, this one I'm not planning on doing because this one's more going to be for display. It can run, but it's more for display. Because it's not rare, but it's more of a sought after version. Paint livery. It made me laugh because I was running it around and I was trying to clean the track, and I have a track cleaning car. It doesn't weigh anything, but it was just enough friction that this thing was just slipping and sliding all over, and I was like, come on, what's going on here?
I don't suppose you have any footage of that you'd want to see in a video, because I am thinking of doing basically a retrospective on the MDC Roundhouse Athearn 260s and 280s.
How many engines do you want in that video? Because again, I think like on that post, I think I've got 10. I think total in various stages of completion. So I mean, I can give you pictures or footage of various liveries and.
I mean, there's gonna be
stuff like that.
There's gonna be 3 that I'm gonna actually show running on my layout. I have an Athearn 280, an Athearn 260, and the older 260. But it would be great to have pictures of some of the earlier ones, just to show like how they evolved.
I have an MDC Horizon 440 if you want. It's the same body, but it's the 440 version.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool actually. So I bought one of those for this video, and it turned out to have such bad zinc rot in the frame that it was completely unsalvageable.
See, mine has a little bit, and so the very front sags just slightly. There's a fallen tree on the track. Am I going to hit that?
It should disappear.
There we go. It disappeared. Okay, well,
it just disappeared upon the hitting of the train.
Yeah, I was like, oh boy. I was scared for a second. I was like, oh no, not here.
That would have been bad. It would have been Breakheart Pass, the sequel.
But no, mine's got a little bit on the front frame, and I think it was dropped at 1.2, so it sags a little bit. But I was planning on switching it out. I've got a horizontal stave pilot that I want to put on to make it emulate a Santa Fe 440. So.
Did somebody just place track here, or am I going nuts? I was trying to cut down a tree.
No, I don't think so.
Where did this track come from?
Either, man.
Where?
Right where I'm standing. The train just went past it. There's like 2 overlapping pieces of track here that just appeared for no reason.
Weird, man.
Not me.
I'm starting to think Peter is still haunting this railroad.
It's the ghost of Peter.
Yeah.
we all thought the same thing. It's the ghost of Peter.
Oh, wait. It's not pronounced Peter. It's Peter.
Peter. The horse is here.
Hey, Lois. Hey, I'm haunting a server. And it runs online, Lois. Okay, we're gonna probably add that to the lore for this railroad on how there was an employee named Peter, and he just caused nothing but trouble, and still causes trouble even after his death.
Yeah.
It's too good! It's too good for lore! I'm sorry, but I am a lore crafter by heart. I just love creating stuff that just sounds so realistic it could be real.
Is there a reason the train's going at 2 miles an hour?
Completely crazy.
Did somebody turn a
Come on, Glenn Grove.
Is this just on the grade?
Girl, you can do it.
Is there still a brake on somewhere?
Pretty good curve. That's what I was, because we slowed down all of a sudden. Like that wasn't me. The brakes at 0 on my end.
I think that was probably. Well, let's just call it the grades, or let's just call it that none of them
should be all right.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Climb back up is like 2%, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue, but
I have a feeling if we have more cars, Glenbrook is going to struggle heavily.
Yeah, this is why I didn't want to buy more steak flats right away, because there's no way we would make it up the hill with, I think, even one more. Hey, welcome back, Jesse.
I think it's...
Well,
I think
we
it's
would,
probably
because we're
fine if just only
hauling two.
counting 5 for now.
Well, and we're hauling 2 empty cars on the back too. So take that one
Yeah,
out.
but empty cars don't weigh.
Drop a caboose.
Empty cars don't really
Yeah,
weigh
empty
much.
cars don't weigh as much, but it should be okay.
Need to sleep, but I can't. Well, Jesse, hopefully this stream will serve as a good insomnia cure. I'm about to fall asleep here myself, so we should probably wrap it up soon.
Yeah.
It's an insomnia cure as we talk about the
Get
ghost of
back to the
Peter.
Freight House and unload our cargo.
Yeah, we talked telling ghost stories. Now, Jesse System is never going to sleep again.
Oh no! Sorry. What
That's
have
funny.
we done?
I actually have a legitimate model railroad ghost, not necessarily ghost story, but something that happened that I was like, I'm being messed with somehow. When I had before we had our third daughter, the other room that we had was the train room, and I had this really cool wrap around the walls layout. It was beautiful, based on just kind of mountain railroading, so logging, mining, things like that. Grades were about 4%. It was a lot of fun because I could take 2 or 3 engines and double or triple head stuff up the hill. A lot of fun. And if I had engines parked, I had separate tracks that I could turn on and off. So for DCC, it just conserve a little bit of power. And I guess I just didn't turn stuff off one day. Well, as it turns out, if you have too many DCC sound trains and you extend the system too far, it starts to glitch out a little bit, specifically with NCE stuff. And I just had trains start going, just rogue. And so I would select one train, and then the train behind me would start going, and I'd select that train, and the train the other side would start going, and I was like, oh, what have I done? And I thought I angered the model railroad gods for a little bit there. It was an interesting time. I think I turned the whole thing off and just went away at that point. I was like, I can't. I'm being spooked.
Crazy
by the way,
Spud
we
for
got
the
new crossover for the line.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Crazy Spud for the IHC Pacifics. Honestly, maintenance on those is pretty minimal. If it's an older one, keep an eye on the motor. I have had a motor smoke on one of the really old ones.
Why is there cars in the dirt and things on the wrong tracks?
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
again?
Oh,
That's a fender bender.
It was at the switch too. This time I turned around because I said, I just want to see, as we finish this ghost story. Sure enough, I see the caboose bouncing through the trees. I see the cars going on the other track, and I went, I guess I'll start stopping now.
Well, we're near where the other bulkhead flats are located, so we could just easily just re-rail them and just select them and just re-rail them somewhere else.
You know what else occurs to me? Where are we actually going with all this iron?
To the freight house.
Yeah.
Sell it off.
So why are... Oh, I guess we gotta drop off the other 2 cars while we're here.
Yeah, wait. Hold on. There's only one car. Where is the other bulkhead?
That is a really good question.
Oh, it's on the other end. It's on the other side of the passing siding.
Yeah, it's way down here. I'll get it.
Alright. So yeah, we're all gonna finish up the stream for the night. So if you haven't done so, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Red Oak Trains for future uploads of various model train shenanigans and Railroad Online / Railroader shenanigans. Each subscriber and every like helps the algorithm immensely.
Thank you.
Can we check for brakes? Because
because
I can't push
cars
backwards.
automatically default to putting the brakes all the way on when they're re-railed.
2,
Which
3,
is
4,
both a
5,
blessing and a
6,
curse.
7,
because
8. Okay.
It keeps the cars from rolling down a hill, but you want to get the train going as soon as possible, just in case if you have to leave the game for something else. All right, I think we should be good to go.
All right. So we'll just go around the loop, I guess. Or wait, do we need to go around the loop? Oh no, we don't need to go around the loop. We've got the crossover now.
Now with this new track.
Yeah, so now we can just go straight there. Cool.
With our new fandangled crossover.
Yes.
Yeah, and this large bridge across to connect to the lines leading to the iron mine.
This is
That's actually a
slowly...
genius idea.
Yeah, this is slowly becoming a glorious bowl of spaghetti.
It is up. Oh, okay, easy now.
It's a complete bowl of spaghetti.
I'm not.
Oh, it's
touching
not a complete
anything.
bowl of
Whoa, 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 whoa! Really? Wait, did it recover itself? I think it recovered itself.
It's fine.
I
It's
think
fine
it
on
did.
It's fine.
Oh,
It's fine.
We're good.
heavens above! That was a
We're
close
good.
call.
I do think there's
Alright.
something about the multiplayer lag that is causing all of these derailments. And my low
Yeah,
frame
I
rate.
think if there's so much lag, I think the switches kind of start glitching up themselves.
Yeah, we may
Alright.
have to,
You have tracks heading straight into the freight house on the shorter track. Once we practically get the...
Whoa, 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 whoa!
What happened now?
Hammond, you
Okay,
idiot!
how?
You
How is
reversed
this
into the
possible?
sports lorry!
I just watched the caboose phase through a flat car.
It did.
I'm
it did
curious
indeed.
about that too. Railroad online physics be very, very questionable.
Chase's Railway Lines, I pronounced it Lampechosis Ralp. I'm trying to remember what it all stood for. Lifelike, AHM, Model Power, IHC, USRA, Light Pacific. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really funny. Just say the entire acronym out.
Yeah, Lampechosis Ralp.
That is not a mouthful for just a model of a locomotive from a very obscure American railroad operation.
Yeah.
I think the USRA is kind of underrated compared to like other operations in the U.S. railroad related. I mean, a lot of people know about the USATC, but not much about the USRA.
Yeah,
Was
the USRA was
short,
interesting.
A very brief experimentation into American nationalization of the railroad industry.
TFFC, Bachmann re-releasing the Shay. It looks very promising. I saw one at Amherst and it looked really good. My only
Did
concern...
you look at the gears?
I did not look at the gears. I didn't get a very close look at it. I did see the new Broadway one running at Amherst, and that looked very promising, and that had metal gears. But yeah, the gears are my main concern, because I had one of the early Bachmann Spectrum Shays, and the gears on that were just a nightmare. I tried to replace them with the Northwest Shortline ones, and I just ended up giving up and selling it as a project. So I'm probably never going to touch an HO scale Shay as long as I live, because that was just way too
What?
annoying.
You mean you don't want to build a kit MDC Shay with me? What are you talking about?
I would build one for static display, but I'm not trying to make it run anymore.
Yeah.
Shays are very, very cool, and I would like to admire them from a distance from now on.
That's fair.
Well, I do
I've
plan to
got
buy
two
myself a
NBC
Shay
ones.
eventually
They're
for my Cedar
something.
Falls and Northern Railroad layout, but... Okay, let's
I
get
think-
this iron unloaded, and then we'll all tie down for the night.
Speaking of Top Gear, I remember in one of the specials, Jeremy saying something along the lines of muscle cars are like orca whales. They're very striking to look at and very fast, but you wouldn't want one in your garage.
Well,
That's kind of how I feel about Shays.
I want a 58 Plymouth myself someday, because the movie Christine and all that, but yeah. Muscle cars can be kind of finicky to control.
Yeah.
They have
I mean,
an acceleration.
I miss
But they're
my
not very
my white
good.
Mustang that I had in Canada. I love that thing. I'd love to get another one at some point. I'm kind of glad I didn't bring it with me because it would have been cruel to subject it to Massachusetts roads. But it was a fun car.
See it. I've got a. It's funny because you guys are talking about that. I have a white. Funny enough, still I have a Dodge Charger. I have one of the newer ones, and it's interesting. You talk about not being able to control. The slowest speeding ticket I've ever gotten was 5 miles an hour, and the cop literally came and looked at the window and said, "Cars are kind of hard to control, huh?" And I couldn't help. I almost laughed in his face because he pulled me over for 5 miles an hour over. I was like, "Dude, not today."
I've gotten one speeding ticket in my life, and it was not in the Mustang. It was in my dad's old Dodge truck. And it was just one of those speed traps where, like, they drop the speed limit by 40 miles an hour really suddenly, and the sign is hidden in the trees. So,
Oh, that is.
I hate those. But that was the only speeding
Yeah.
ticket I've ever gotten. It was in my dad's old 6-cylinder Dodge Dakota, which realistically shouldn't even be able to reach any speed that would get you a ticket.
Yeah.
But nope, the Mustang was squeaky clean. I never got a ticket in that.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
That's awesome.
Very impressive indeed. My dad actually owned a Ford Mustang too once, back in his day.
Oh, the 70s ones, yeah. Those are interesting. I know a lot of people hate them. I honestly don't mind them. I think they're better looking than the Fox body, but I realize that's probably an unpopular opinion.
See, I feel like
it
they have
would be
their
too
own
difficult to
merits.
swap out for a V8 or even a V6, but yeah.
The 71 Mach 1s are, 71 Mach 1s.
Yeah, those are sweet.
That's right. I had to think about that for a second. Oh man, I would give a kidney for one of those. Those are neat.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
But that being said, Fox bodies have their own merits because you can swap in the newer versions of the 5.0s that are a little bit better built and they can take boost, and you can turbo them for just cheap and easy power, and they're such a small little body. They're cool little cars.
Yeah, Fox bodies are great if you want something that you can modify on Hot Rod. It just always bugged me that they don't really look like Mustangs. They just look like some random 80s car. They don't have, like, that shape.
That's fair. I can understand that.
Like, I mean, obviously the original, like, 64.5 through 68 is going to be the all-time classic forever. But I am personally partial to the 2005 to 09 ones, because that's what I had. And I think those are like the perfect mix of retro and modern styling. Like, they look like the original just enough, but while still being a modern car.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And they're a really solid
I
chassis.
Yeah. I personally would go for a 58 Plymouth myself.
I do love
There's
those.
a bit of
Yeah,
What?
that's... It's kind of like, in a DeLorean sort of way, like, the movie made it iconic.
Yeah. I just think it's very classy. It's just kind of underrated, because it's what I call the definition of a 50s car.
Oh, absolutely.
Wide headlines, chrome paint, chrome, V8 engine, built in the US. It's just...
Yeah, it's like that
beautiful
classic...
scenery.
the epitome of, like, the classic 50s shape with the tail fins and all the chrome and everything.
Yeah.
I think I'd go for early to mid 50s Chevy Fleetline. I think that's probably my favorite, with that swoop back design, the real smooth. It was.
Oh yeah, those are cool
looked
too.
Aerodynamic, but you know it was an absolute brick. Oh yeah, those are neat. Or like a 40 Ford, like a 2-door or 4-door or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
I like
Something you could
the
probably hot rod yourself.
What's that?
Something you could probably hot rod yourself.
Well, yeah. I mean, right now my dad and I are building a 51 Plymouth.
Ooh.
4-door. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And then I've built a few different cars in my years. But yeah, my dad and I have talked about it, and we agree that if we're gonna ever do something again, we'd probably do 30s to 40s is probably the body style we'd pick. We wouldn't go too crazy with it, but just enough. But he and I have always had this dream to restore like a Model T, like stock, and just full like redo the wood, the wood
nice.
sections of the cabs, and like really make it nice. Original spokes, wheels, and things like that. And that we've talked about it, and we've even found a couple candidates because they're not that expensive, but it's a lot of time and effort to put into it. So
yeah,
Model A's and Model T's you can get for relatively low cost.
Model T's are super
half the
cool.
time they're in a field.
Yeah.
indeed. So, gentlemen, before we finish the stream, any closing remarks?
Let me check how much money we've got. We've got $2,300, which is not too bad. Let me see. How much does the cookie cost?
How do I share my money with you? Because I have 2,900.
I don't know. I think maybe...
I don't think you can actually share money from player to player. Sadly, I don't think that's possible.
So we're about halfway to a cookie.
Yeah, we will probably have enough for a Cook Mobile, which is technically a bit more stronger because it's practically 4,000 more pounds of tractive effort compared to the Glenbrook. I think that might be our next call.
Yeah.
I think I got the the whole situation at the sawmill figured out. There's you have a little bit of a roller coaster, but it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
If it works, it works.
Little bit of a roller coaster is fine.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway.
I had a good night with you all.
Yeah,
I
this
will
was
be
fun.
Very honored to be with you guys again next time.
Yep. Next week I will probably have to skip it because I'll be out of town again. But after that, we should be able to settle into a nice weekly schedule.
Indeed.
And we can have like a
Sounds like a plan.
rotating cast of participants. I do think that having
Indeed.
4 of us playing at once is causing some lag issues that are pretty bad. I'm thinking we may want to like alternate or cycle out between weeks so that we can keep it down to like 3 players maximum and try and keep like the popcorning and the lag under control.
I think
Yeah,
we'll
that's
probably
not a
keep
bad
the
idea.
4-player
It would be
for
great if they could just fix the
Railroad
game so that we
version.
could all play it at once, but I don't see that happening.
That's too
Good joke.
logical.
Yeah, that would make way too much
We'll
sense.
save the
This is
4
Railroads
players
Online.
for more for Railroader.
What is this?
Well,
Century of
what we-
Steam?
what we can- There you go. What we could also do is, I mean, you can always have the people in the call and just literally observing and not actually in the game as well, and that way you've still got your.
That's
your
true. We could do
banter
that.
through. That would work well.
Yeah.
Possibly. Anyway, gentlemen, it was
All
an
right.
honor playing with you.
Good night, everyone. Cheers. Sleep tight.
Cheers.
Don't let the
Cheers,
Glenbrokes
everybody.
bite.
Have a good night. Thanks for seeing the stream.
Yep. Have a good one. And
Good night.
thanks for watching, viewers.
Good night, everybody.
Clarkson!